with each passing week for those teams looking at a postseason position. Hurricane is a perennial playoff team, but first-year head coach Donnie Mays and many Hurricane fans believe this team is a little different and may be a special group. But to maintain the aspirations being held in Hurricane, they need to continue taking care of business. And business tonight is a longtime nemesis for the Redskins, the Spring Valley Timberwolves. Spring Valley in recent years has been a regular visitor to Wheeling Island Stadium, and it's not uncommon to see the school name printed in the media guide of some of the nation's top college football programs as Division I players dot the field. Well, this year the Wolves are no different, and they roll into tonight's game fully confident, ready to compete, and playing on their home turf. It's the two frontrunners in the Mountain State Athletic Conference ready to face one another in a high-stakes matchup on the Wayne County side of Huntington on a Friday night. Good evening from the Wolves Den on the campus of Spring Valley High School. I'm Chris Lawrence, and you're listening to the Comax Business Systems High School Football tonight. This evening, a matchup of number 5 Hurricane and number 8 Spring Valley with a high school football gym to look at tonight. Alongside with commentary with me tonight is Tom Bragg. Tom, good evening.
Good evening, Chris. How are we doing
this evening? Have you finally come down from the euphoria of last week's Marshall trip? Because last time I talked to you, you were on a respirator, I believe.
It was something close to that. Yeah, I've come down. I do have a little green on here in the booth tonight. But yeah, man, this should be a really good game. Two really good teams this year. Two proud programs. Lots of guys have come through both sides of this, and you mentioned in your opening Spring Valley, the run they've been on the last 5-10 years with trips to the Super Six, putting guys into big-time college football. It should be a really good one here tonight.
It really is an amazing program they run here at Spring Valley, and what is different this year, this is not the traditional Spring Valley that we've all been used to, the one that's 3 or 4 yards in a cloud of dust with about 4 guys that are just going to beat you to death. They've actually got some skill and some speed and some poise this year. They got a quarterback, Dalton Fouch, who comes into this, and he's thrown for 399 yards through 3 games. I mean, suddenly Spring Valley is running the spread. They got a balanced attack.
Yeah, there were some of those years, and they were absolutely great Spring Valley teams, but you'd get into November, and their quarterback might not have thrown for 399 yards.
Exactly.
But Dalton Fouch, he's been fantastic this year. He was a big catalyst in that season-opening win against Huntington High up at Bob Sank Stadium. Should be interesting to see how he fares against what turned out, as we learned last week, very tough, very hard-nosed Hurricane defense.
Well, not only that, Dalton Fouch is a threat to run as well. He's the leading rusher for this Spring Valley team, and he's got a whole cadre of guys in the backfield, including Cody Shy, which is the traditional Spring Valley back. He's their fullback that'll pound you, but they got Bruin Booth back there. Then they bring in Logan Perry, and Perry's off the bench. He doesn't even start, but he's their second leading rusher behind Fouch. And then we talk about their 4 receivers. The one that really jumps out is Jalen Abercrombie, just a sophomore, but he's got 7 catches for 144 yards. He's a leading receiver for the Spring Valley team. They can cause a lot of problems if you don't keep up on both sides of the ball with them.
Yeah, that's a very different look than what we're used to for Spring Valley. You mentioned the Abercrombie kid. He's been very good, and like you said, just a sophomore. He's been Fouch's favorite target so far. I figure he will be a marked man this evening from, again, like we learned last week, pretty good Hurricane secondary, too. Those kids can play.
Exactly. Hurricane's got an amazing defense this year, and that's not, I'm not blowing smoke. They are really roughing people up that you would think would have had a better game against them.
Yeah.
We saw that last week.
We went into last week's game against George Washington thinking, this might be a rock fight,
yeah.
A tight one, and that defense forced a lot of turnovers. They were able to
8, as a matter of fact.
They were able to put the offense in really good position. Kid I was really impressed with on the defense last week, LaRon Dews Hall, had a fantastic game at corner for Hurricane. He's a guy I've got my eye on tonight for sure.
Well, he's not only that. I mean, he's tied with his brother as the leading receiver on offense. They both have 8 catches. Tyshawn has 150, but LaRon has got 70 yards with 8 catches. So offensively, those are a couple of weapons on both sides of the ball. But Noah Valatambi, what a year he is having so far just through these 3 games. We talked about Fouch's numbers. He's thrown for 534 yards, and we're only hitting into week 4 now.
Yeah, and really last week he didn't have to throw the ball a whole lot. Hurricane was able to do what it wanted on the ground. They had the 1-2-3 combo, really, of Jeremiah Riffle and Mondrell Dean and Elijah Riviera and Valatambi. All 4 of those guys had rushing touchdowns last week. Just a very different Hurricane team this year, a very fun Hurricane team.
And those
this year.
three guys that you mentioned, Riffle, Dean, and Rivera, are such different runners. Riffle, he's got all the speed, and once he's into the open field, you're going to have a hard time getting a hold of him. Dean is like a bulldozer on steroids. He will just run over you at 100 miles an hour and doesn't even bother to step around you. And then Rivera is like the shifty guy that'll just get through there and you won't even see him go by. A lot of different personality, a lot of different attacks there for Hurricane.
Yeah, and as good as all those guys are, all these skill guys that Hurricane has, it all starts up front with that offensive line. I thought they dominated the game against a very good front from George Washington last week. They're going to have their hands full tonight. We know one thing about Spring Valley. They play a little bit on the line down here.
Yeah, they definitely play up in the trenches for sure, and that's where games are won and lost. So you're right. That'll be a good place to keep an eye on tonight and see how this game goes and who's dominating the line of scrimmage. Tom, good to have you back this evening, and we look forward to talking to you coming up at kickoff.
Yeah, should be a fun one.
All right. And by the way, we've got a third member of our broadcast crew tonight. Jack Withrow is with us. He'll check in with us regularly throughout the game and checks in with us now down on the field. Jack, how are you this evening?
Hey, Chris, I'm doing very well. I'm down here. I think I'm already in the trenches down here. We've got grass, real grass. You see so many schools nowadays have the turf.
Right.
It's just good to be back on some dirt down here.
Have they actually mowed it? Because they mow it like once a year down here, I think.
And I think they did mow it. This was the week to mow the grass here. So it looks really good. It's nice and firm. Actually, in years past, you see a lot of clover leaves down here. They've done a good job of planting some new grass. So it looks good. Middle of the field kind of choppy, but both sides look great in zones, that area. But, man, I'm excited to be down here. I'm glad I'm not up there with you guys, though.
It's a little warm up here.
It is. Down here, I'm in the shade right now, so this is great. I'm ready for some football.
Once that sun peaks behind the hill across the way there, everything's going to be fine. It's a cool night for football. There's no rain in the forecast. Beautiful evening. And we got some football weather.
Yeah. It's 77 degrees right now. You couldn't ask for a more perfect evening for Friday night football here in the state of West Virginia.
All right, well, Jack, we're glad to have you with us this evening. Look forward to your reports from the field tonight. That's Jack Withrow down on the field working for us tonight. Coming up, we'll visit with the coaches of tonight's games. This is the Comax Business Systems High School Football tonight on the Voice of Charleston, 580 WCHS.
We know who we are, where we have been, and where we are going. Healthcare is ever-changing, and we are evolving to meet the future needs of our community. Thomas Health is honored to announce our affiliation with the WVU Health System. WVU Health System and its network of hospitals and physicians across West Virginia, Ohio, and Pennsylvania will allow Thomas Health to elevate and expand the current services we offer to this region. With broader access to specialists and subspecialists and the full support of the preeminent health system in our state, we look forward to being your first choice for medical care. Together, proudly serving our community and the state of West Virginia, today and tomorrow.
August 5th, 2013 was supposed to be the happiest day of my life. It turned into a nightmare. Harmony was too big for me to pass through my pelvis. They thought the best option was to put the vacuum on her.
She begged for a C-section over and over and over. They wanted to rush through it. Once Harmony came out, it probably wasn't 5 minutes. They rushed her to NIC unit, and then her head swelled the size of a watermelon. It pretty much crushed her whole skull. Ben Salingo was recommended to us by a family friend that he had represented.
Having Ben Salingo on our side changed everything for the better.
From day one, he did everything for us. He kept in touch with us pretty much on a daily basis to let us know what was going on and even just to check on us.
It gave us closure as a family, a peace, a calming feeling over us that she can rest in peace.
strong. I know that they lift year round just like we do. And, they do keep off the ball.
Not there.
So we expect it to be a tough matchup.
Talk a little bit about the line play, because I think you had to be fairly pleased with, particularly last week, how you guys just owned the line.
2 minutes. We just challenge our kids every week, and nothing's different. We're challenging them this week. Last week I felt like we did a great job of just getting a hat on a hat, and the assignment football we were precise. I mean, I think if we come out here and do that this week, that we can get after people up front, because I think we're pretty good.
The play of Jeremiah has really given you a leg up in that it's not forced Noah to have to throw it as much. I mean, if Riffle's picking it up 9, 10, 12 yards a clip, there's no use to force the throw.
No, and we got to the point last week where we were kind of in control of the football game, so we would run into 7, 8 man, 9 boxes and just say tackle us, because we have 3 backs that are pretty hard to tackle, and Jeremiah's been the lead horse for us, and then you bring in a Mondrell, and then you bring in a Rivera, and it's just 3 different types of backs, and I'm real pleased with how they're playing behind that offensive line.
What about the passing game? Because obviously you've got guys that can catch it, and that's worked well as well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that we're horrible at throwing the football. We're averaging close to 200 yards a game passing, so it's like, just last week we didn't need it. And, but we do have guys that can go deep, and we have guys that can catch the ball short and take it to the house at any time. So, it's a little different, playing over here at Spring.
Injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Time for a Labor Day tent event. This is our biggest event ever with the most cars and the most offers.
We've got 4 locations of inventory. Not only are we selling at our main lots, but we've got tents at the Kanawha Mall and the Old Sport Mart Plaza. Every test drive is a chance to win $1,000. Buy a car and get your choice of $1,000 cash, no payments until 2023, 250 gallons of gas, or take a bigger discount.
With the best trade-in figures powered by Kelley Blue Book Instant Cash Offer, you can get the best deals of the year.
Go to TopJ4.com and see for yourself.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment champion mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
I'm attorney Bobby Warner. Congress recently created a fund to compensate victims of Camp Lejeune who were exposed to toxic waters between 1953 and 1987. If you or a loved one were diagnosed with cancer or other health issues related to toxic water exposure at Camp Lejeune, call today for a free case evaluation.
Bobby Warner, now's the time. Call 345-6789.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
You support when casting your vote.
In Spring Valley head coach Brad Dingus admits his teams are used to playing in these high-profile matchups, so it's no longer a big distraction for them.
That's a good thing. That means that expectations
are high for the
program, and you've had some pretty good football teams. So we've been lucky to have those, and the kids are kind of used to it. We played one of these that was a lot of hype for week one against Huntington. So, the kids should be accustomed to this, and we're just treating it just business as usual.
As I look at your team and some of the stats, and I've talked to people who have seen you play, I haven't gotten the opportunity to see you yet, but I'm baffled when they tell me that Spring Valley's got a passing attack and you're running the spread. Where'd that come from?
We've always had it in there a little bit, but we've got a kid with Dalton Fouch that's a quarterback that can sling it, and usually we've only got one or two kids that can run and catch a ball, and we've got multiple kids that can do that. So not quite as big up front as what we have been in the past, but we've got some athletes, and, it kind of fits our kids, the system that we're kind of running.
Talk a little bit about those receivers like Logan Perry and Jalen Abercrombie and Tate Adkins and Lewis. Those guys and Keese can really catch the ball from what you're telling me here.
Yeah. They've, we had Fouch last year, so we actually worked a lot on throwing the ball a lot last year too. And those kids can run and catch. They're great athletes. They're kind of not names that people are familiar with. All of our receivers last year were seniors, so these kids were either defensive players or JV guys. He's electric when he touches the football.
Running game is still there, though. You got Bruin Booth and Cody Shy back there. That's your fast guy and your bruising runner.
Yeah, it's a good 1-2 punch with those kids, and both of them are 3-year starters on defense. And Cody's the old traditional throwback, middle linebacker, fullback type kid that we've had over here for years. And he's a kid. We'll still get and run some wing tee stuff. Run some fullback trap and belly and power, but those kids do a great job of running the football, and they're good pass blockers too, which helps.
I should have thrown in there Logan Perry because I think he's Dalton's your leading rusher, but Logan Perry's your second leading rusher.
Yeah, Logan, he doesn't start for us. I think he might lead us in carries, but that kid will line up in the slot. He kind of Mr. Everything for us, and he can do both, and he returns kicks for us, and he's actually going to start on defense this week for us. So he's a great athlete. He was a kid that we just got him back this year. He started our program when he was a freshman. His family moved away to Florida, and they moved back this year. So it was great to get him finally back, and he's been a great addition for us.
Talk a little bit about Hurricane, because just as we talked about, this isn't your typical Spring Valley team. It's not your typical Hurricane team either.
No, they've got athletes all over the place. They're very balanced on offense. They've got a staple of running backs. The quarterback does a good job of distributing the ball. They do a lot of RPO stuff. Coach Mays has got them going. I mean, he's done a great job of coming in from switching schools, and they're getting better every week up front. And probably one of the most solid defenses we'll face all year.
When you look at that front they've got 3 different backs, 3 different styles of running. All 3 of them are effective. I'm assuming that you guys are going to run that 3-3 defense or 3-4 defense. Is that the best way to counter that?
I don't know. We'll give multiple looks up front. Watching their film against GW, it was very apparent that Coach Mays wanted to establish the run, and they did a great job. I think they threw it under 10 times. So that's a big thing for us tonight, is we've got to be able to, stop the run and try to make them put it in the air and make them more one-dimensional, which is going to be a tall task for us.
I was going to say, you do that, be careful, because they got some people that can catch it too.
Oh yeah, they've got some kids. The Dews brothers can stretch the field, and the most dangerous guy I think is their H-back sniffer. The way they leak him out of the backfield and kind of hit him on some seam routes and stuff, and that makes it tough sometimes for your safeties and your linebackers who's trying to fill the alley or play assignment football against the run game, and then have to turn around and also try to pick this guy up out of the backfield. So it's definitely creates problems.
And I know that you guys are pretty much a rivalry game, although you all have sort of dominated here recently. I don't think anything would make them happier than to come down there and wear you guys out in your own place. So I figure you've warned your guys to be on guard against that.
Oh, yeah. The kids love big, hype football games. I mean, it should be a great atmosphere here tonight. And, hopefully we got some bonehead mistakes out of our system after the second half of our Portsmouth game. We didn't finish the game like I wanted to, but we found a way to win. But, you always have one or two bad games during the year, and hopefully we got that one out of our system.
All right, Coach. Good luck tonight.
All right, I appreciate it. Go Wolves.
There he is, Spring Valley head coach Brad Dingus. Coming up, we'll take a look at other games of interest across the Kanawha Valley tonight. You're listening to the Comax Business Systems High School Football tonight on the Voice of Charleston, 580 WCHS.
Need a new copier for your office? We'll treat you better at Comex Business Systems. We're your authorized Konica Minolta dealer. Bring the new line of Konica Minolta BizHub full-color digital imaging systems, which allow your office to copy, print, fax, and scan your documents in both black and white and brilliant full color, all from one system, and they're amazingly affordable. Call Comex Business Systems today to schedule your free assessment.
We got the service. We'll treat you better. Come on and see us and you'll save much more.
Call toll.
August 5th, 2013 was supposed to be the happiest day of my life. It turned into a nightmare. Harmony was too big for me to pass through my pelvis. They thought the best option was to put the vacuum on her.
She begged for a C-section over and over and over. They wanted to rush through it. Once Harmony came out, it probably wasn't 5 minutes. They rushed her to NIC unit, and then her head swelled the size of a watermelon. It pretty much crushed her whole skull. Ben Salingo was recommended to us by a family friend that he had represented.
Having Ben Salingo on our side changed everything for the better.
From day one, he did everything for us. He kept in touch with us pretty much on a daily basis to let us know what was going on and even just to check on us.
It gave us closure as a family, a peace, a calming feeling over us that she can rest in peace.
GW ranked 10th this week. They'll try to rebound from that trouncing they took at Hurricane a week ago. They will face Huntington tonight on the hill at home. Cabell Midland is at South Charleston. Maybe the first time in many years, maybe ever, that neither team in this game is ranked. Capital is at St. Albans tonight. Neither team there has won a game, but for one of them, that changes tonight. Class AA, Polka still looking for their first win. They will seek this one on the island tonight against Logan. The Wildcats are 3-0. They're ranked number 8 this week as well. Nitro at Chapman. Chapmanville are each 2-1. They meet tonight at Chapmanville. Nitro is 11th. The Tigers are ranked 15th. Number 11, Winfield on the road tonight at Wayne. Sissonville goes to number 15, Clay County. Coming up at the half, we will get you updated on all those scores. Our game of the week tonight, again, number 5, Spring Valley, and number 5, Hurricane, and number 8, Spring Valley. And that is coming up. You've been listening to the Comax Business Systems High School Football tonight on the Voice of Charleston, 580 WCHS.
This has been High School Football Tonight, brought to you by Comax Business Systems, your full-service Konica Minolta dealer. Did you know that Comax Business Systems offers managed IT services and managed voice services? Comax's 24/7 remote monitoring gives you the peace of mind you need, knowing they always have your network's back. For more information,
Toyota is here for you. Gas prices got you down? Toyota has a hybrid for everyone, like the 53 MPG Corolla or Camry, the 58 MPG Prius, the 41 MPG RAV4, the 40 MPG Venza, and the 36 MPG Highlander. Need more room or want to haul a trailer or boat? Get the new 22 MPG Tundra Hybrid. Give your new Toyota the protection it deserves with a genuine Toyota service contract. Visit balltoyota.com. Ball Toyota of Charleston. It's a whole new ball game.
I'm attorney Bobby Warner. Congress recently created a fund to compensate victims of Camp Lejeune who were exposed to toxic waters between 1953 and 1987. If you or a loved one were diagnosed with cancer or other health issues related to toxic water exposure at Camp Lejeune, call today for a free case evaluation.
Bobby Warner, now's the time. Call 345-6789.
stores, and now it's available here. Hi, it's Dave Allen, here to tell you about these remarkable regenerative treatments that encourage your own body to help heal the damaged tissue in your joints. If you've been struggling with knee, back, shoulder, or hip pain, arthritis pain of any kind, you need to check out this exciting natural alternative that can get your life back. Restorative biologic therapies go to work, healing the source of the pain and provide long-lasting results. Think about it. Treatments for chronic joint pain with no drugs, no steroids, no downtime, and no surgery. Call the local medical professionals at QC Kinetics and Cross Lanes for a free consultation now. Learn about all the regenerative options available to help you get pain-free. Call 304-202-5566. 304-202-5566. QC Kinetics can get you moving pain-free again. 304-202-5566.
96.5 and 580 WCHS, the voice of Charleston. The time is now.
You get up in somebody's face and put some pressure on them. Is that clear? You understand?
Ourselves, okay? Hurricane, you're the visiting team. You're going to call the toss. I got a coin here. There's a heads. There's a tails. Who's calling it? You? What do you want to call, heads or tails? He wants to call tails. I'm going to flip it in the air and see what we come up with. It is a heads. You won the fall. You go defer. Spring Valley.
So Spring Valley wins the toss. They'll defer to Hurricane. And of course, Hurricane's going to take the ball.
All right, Jack Withrow down on the field with a coin toss tonight. So Hurricane will start on offense tonight against the Spring Valley defense. What an entry for Spring Valley here. They've got the Wolves howling over the PA system. It's kind of eerie as you hear it, particularly on a night like this where you're going to have fog rising very soon, Tom Bragg. And then they bring it onto the field with the heavy metal music playing. It's really an intense atmosphere here when this thing gets going.
It really is one of the more unique walks from the locker room too. If you've never been down here before, Spring Valley's locker room
got to come off the hill.
Is up on a hill behind the stadium, and they've got to walk down it. But I worry about those big boys at halftime, Chris. They got to walk back up there.
Yeah, just looking at walking up that hill makes my legs hurt. All right, setting the offense for Hurricane. They'll be on offense tonight. Christian Kelly's your center, your guards, Caleb Conrad and Gavin Papora, Aaron Tate and Deron Parks at the tackle position. In the backfield, Noah Velatambi at quarterback this evening, and he'll be backed up by Jeremiah Riffle, but also working in there will be Mondrell Dean and Elijah Rivera. Your receivers, Heath Montgomery, LaRon Hall-Dews, Drake Lanham, and, of course, Tyshawn Dews. Lucas Ripito will also sub in there, and Bryson Morrell will be part of that as well. So we'll see a lot out of them. An interesting feature this week from Jack Withrow talking to Coach Donnie Mays about Bryson Morrell, and he's almost like having a coach out there on the field with his prowess and his ability to recognize what's going on and to guide people into the right position. Man, what an asset that is to have.
Yeah, well, anytime, especially at the high school level, if you've got a kid that you feel like is that coach on the field for you, that's just part of the load off of your shoulders. You got a kid out there you can trust, that you don't have to be the heavy all the time. You've got someone out there who's taking that responsibility. So that's a big asset for them tonight.
I got an opportunity, too, to go to practice for Hurricane this week, and he was right. Not only Morrell, but there was a couple of others that went over. The young guys were over there just like milling around and goofing off and, you know, what you do when you're a freshman and sophomore.
Sure.
And they went over and whipped them into line and said, hey, get up here, stand on the line, shut your mouth and pay attention, and that's what you got to have. That kind of leadership is what good teams have, and Hurricane apparently has quite a few that are willing to go in there and take care of business and take charge of the situation, which is, kind of a key to their success so far this year.
Yeah, you said it, Chris. Took the words right out of my mouth. Good teams have to have that. The teams that are just okay, or the bad teams, they don't have that. When you're a really good team, you've got that kid or kids or group of kids that can be those sort of coaches, mentors to the other guys. And with this turnaround for Hurricane this year, it's not a surprise to hear that they've got some guys like that on the roster.
Yeah, exactly. Landon Mosser will kick it away for Spring Valley. Deep for Hurricane is Heath Montgomery and Tyshawn Dews. As they await it, the whistle has been blown. We're ready to play football here in the Wolves' Den. Foot's into it, and we are underway. It's going to come down to Heath Montgomery at about the 12, across the 15, the 20, 25, and he's going to be snowed under as he pushes ahead to about the 23-yard line. That's where the Redskins will set up 1st and 10.
A bit of a short kick there, but good coverage from Spring Valley on the opener.
Indeed. We'll see what Hurricane comes out here with. I got a feeling, it's just a feeling, we're going to see a lot of Jeremiah Riffle. I don't know what gives me that feeling, but, maybe it's experience. Velatombi, he's communicating with his split end over here. He now hollers at Montgomery, puts Montgomery over on the other side. Oh, they're taking Montgomery out and sending somebody else in. They're sending Mondrell Dean in, and he's going to be split out to the right side. So, now here we go. Velatombi's got a guy in the slot to his left. Brings a man in motion, calls for the ball, fakes the handoff. Velatombi across the middle, nearly picked off, threw into double coverage. And there for Spring Valley was Jalen Abercrombie, who collided with Jason Townsend. And that was very close to being picked off on the first play of the ball game, but it falls incomplete, 2nd and 10 for Noah Velatombi. Snap back. Fakes the handoff to Riffle, goes to it again. Man is there. This time it is into the hands of Tyshawn Dews, and he is off to the races. He's across the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Hurricane. 72 yards for Tyshawn Dews, and the pass from Noah Velatombi. And they went right back to the pass that had been broken up on the previous play. I'm pretty sure they ran the same play again that time, Tom, and Dews got it into the open field, and there's nobody going to catch him.
You said it. Spring Valley nearly picked off the opening play. Hurricane saw something they liked, went right back to it, 72-yard touchdown. Wow.
What a turnaround. So with 11:42, we're literally 18 seconds into the game, and Hurricane's got a 6-0 lead. Here's Caleb Johnson on to attempt the extra point. Kick is in the air. And that kick is good with 11:42 to go in the first period. Hurricane draws first blood, and they draw it quickly. This is high school football on the voice of Charleston, 580 WCHS.
Tyshawn Dews. Second play of the game. Extra point is good, so it is 7-0 here. 2 plays, 72 yards, 18 seconds, Chris. Wow, what a start for Hurricane.
Son, it doesn't get any faster than that. That was incredible. All right, deep to take it, Logan Perry, and also down there for Spring Valley, Jalen Abercrombie, and Caleb Johnson has it teed up to kick away. 11:42 in the first period. Hurricane has a 7-0 lead. It took them 2 plays to score. So we await the kick.
Chris, last week it took them 90 seconds to score. This week, 18 seconds.
There you go. Kick is away. And it looks like it's going to come down to Abercrombie at the 5. Across the 10, 15, up to the 20. Finds a crease, jumps a man. He's across the 30 into the open field. Look out. Here he goes. Across the 50 goes Abercrombie, and they're not going to catch him. Jalen Abercrombie of Spring Valley is going to bring it all the way back for the score. So you want to score in 18 seconds? Let us show you how to score in 6. Okay, we're going to have that kind of a ball game.
86 yards their last game against Portsmouth. That one 89 yards for Abercrombie.
My goodness. So Jalen Abercrombie with the score, the special teams touchdown, and that'll ignite the home crowd here. It happened so fast, they're trying to get the special teams unit on now. Landon Mosser is out there. I think he's got everybody assembled now. Mosser to attempt the extra point. Snap. Kick in the air. It's blocked. Kick is blocked, but there's a flag down. Nice job by Hurricane getting a great rush up the middle, but let's check the flag.
Yeah, you got to wonder, that many people getting through, and there's a flag. Somebody might have been off.
Well, no, actually, it's against Spring Valley, and they declined it, so the score remains 7-6, 11:28 to go. You're listening to High School Football on the voice of Charleston, 580 WCHS.
Trading in your business fleet or personal vehicle for a new one? Donate your used vehicle.
WCHS game of the week. Chris, we've played 32 seconds of football here at the Wolves Den, and it is 7-6. Spring Valley answers the quick strike from Hurricane with a 95-yard touchdown return by Jalen Abercrombie. And we said it after the Hurricane touchdown, but wow, here we go.
Each team has taken 18 seconds and put a touchdown on the board. All right. So we'll see if Hurricane can answer back. We're back to 0. Well, not really 0 because that extra point, that's a big deal. So Mosser is on to kick it away for Spring Valley, and again deep to receive. Tyshawn Dews, who had the touchdown for Hurricane, along with Heath Montgomery. Now whistles are blowing as the officials have some issues, and they're waving at Tyshawn Dews. Apparently something is wrong that they have sent him out of the game. What's the deal there, Jack Withrow? You're right by him.
The knee pads were not pulled down over his knees, so he's got to go out for a uniform check, and they'll send in Rivera.
And they've got, they moved Mondrell Dean back to where he was positioned. So they're definitely they're checking license out on the creek today. Better watch it.
And the thing with these pants for Hurricane, they've already got the knee pads sewn into them.
Right.
So they were just pulled up too far.
Here's the kick. And it's a short kick, going to come down to the up man at about the 32. Up to the 35, to the 40, and ahead to the 45-yard line. And bringing up the football that time was Jeremiah Riffle. Jack Withrow is the third member of our broadcast team. Jack, that was the fastest start I believe I've ever had to a high school football game.
Hey, it's the natural grass makes them all faster.
Well, you said in the pregame, Jack, this was the week that they cut it. So, of course,
this is the 1 week that they cut the grass here at Spring Valley, and now we see the fast track here down here tonight.
1st and 10 for Hurricane at the 45. Snap back a little high, but he handles it over to the near sideline to Heath Montgomery, and it is a catch. Spring Valley wanted to call it a trap, but no, he caught it right at midfield. It's going to be a pickup of 5 yards, and that's going to be 2nd and 5 for Hurricane. We're at 11:08 in the first period. 7-6 Hurricane with the lead. Bellatombi calling for the football. There it is. Hand off to Rivera. Rivera out to the left side. He's into the open field, and he's got a first down and more. There goes Rivera to the far side. Touchdown, Hurricane. Check me. That was Jeremiah Riffle.
Yep.
50-yard touchdown.
Riffle bounced it to the outside and took it all the way to the end zone for the Hurricane touchdown. A 50-yard score for the Redskins.
Well, it looked pretty similar to some of the plays we saw last week, Chris. That guy is tough to bring down. He's fast. He's shifty. He's got the stiff arm. Once he got the edge, it was game over. He was gone. 50-yard touchdown for Hurricane. And wow.
So we've got 10:51 in the first period. Hurricane leads it 13-6. Here comes Caleb Johnson to try the extra point. So these two teams are definitely trading body blows here. Kick is in the air, and the kick is good. 10:51 to go in the first period. It's 14-6, Hurricane. You're listening.
Chris Lawrence, the 580 WCHS high school football game of the week. It's been a good, wild one so far. A little more than 2 minutes into the game, Chris. 14-6, Hurricane leads. Another two-play drive. This one just 55 yards, capped off by a Jeremiah Riffle 50-yard touchdown. 14-6, Redskins.
Going to need a couple of calculators to keep up with the stats on this one. I'm glad I'm not in charge of that. Here's Johnson to kick it away. Deep to take the kick, Jalen Abercrombie and Logan Perry for the Wolves. Kick is in the air. Long kick. It's going to come down into the end zone, and that one will not be returned. So we will finally, for the first time tonight, get to see the Spring Valley offense. Jack Withrow is our third member of our broadcast team down on the sideline. That was just an off-tackle play over to the left side. He got great blocking, and like we've talked about, when you get Riffle into the open field, he's tough to catch.
Yeah, Coach Donnie Mays talks about Riffle and the big legs that he has, and he is tough to bring down, especially when he's got that head of steam and going downhill like he was that time.
So Spring Valley will start this drive at their own 20-yard line, 1st and 10. They trail 14-6. We are at 10:51 in the first period. Dalton Fouch will run the spread out of the shotgun. He's got one man in the backfield with him, a man in the slot, two receivers to the left. Keeps it himself. Fouch goes to the left side, now cuts it back, and he's going to be hit and driven down after a short gain. Stopped that time by Lucas Ripito, who got to him first. He's going to pick up about 4 yards on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 6.
Chris, we see the second week in a row they put Mondrell Dean, his hand down in the dirt on that defensive end.
They have been doing that. Sometimes they run him from the linebacker position. Sometimes they put him down, and like you said, they put him up on the front. I would not want to be in charge of blocking that. Indeed. Now they move him over to the left side. Snap. Handoff. Right side, and there's Dean to grab hold of him and bring him down. That's Logan Perry on the carry, and he could not get out of the grasp of Mondrell Dean.
We saw a lot of that last week, Chris. He caused big problems up front going against that George Washington line. Seems so far, the few plays that Spring Valley's run, he's been a presence down there.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 5. Excuse me. He did give him credit for a yard. Ball is spotted at the 25. It'll be 3rd and 5 now for Spring Valley. Let's see if Fouch goes to the air. They do run out of the spread, which is kind of an odd formation for Spring Valley. We've not seen that too much in the past. They've had it, but they never really ran it too much. Bringing a man in motion, snap back, and that's going to be Fouch keeping it right up the middle. Finds his way through. He's got some running room, and he's finally brought down, but not before he got the 1st down. Ripito finally got to him, but Fouch got 1st down yardage and more for the Timberwolves on the quarterback keeper.
Nice run there by the quarterback. Looks like Spring Valley lineman Shane Roberts' helmet popped off. He's had to come out.
Took it ahead to the 32-yard line. It's going to be a pickup of 7 for Dalton Fouch, the quarterback for the Timberwolves. 9:03 to go in a winding first quarter clock. Hurricane with a 14-6 lead. Twin receivers to the right for Spring Valley. Fouch out of the shotgun. Takes it. Handoff. Right side, nothing there. That was Bruin Booth with the carry, and he went nowhere. Hurricane's front line was waiting right there on him. They do give him credit for 2 yards as he pushes it up to the 35. And then it'll bring up 2nd and 8 for Spring Valley.
Booth does get a gain of 3 out of the play, brings up second down and 7.
Spring Valley runs that huddle. Now they break it, come to the line. And they send twin receivers to the left this time. Fouch in the backfield with a man off to his left side. Calls for the ball. There it is. Keeps it himself, runs right up the middle, and man, there is nothing there for him. Mondrell Dean is in there. And also credited on the tackle, big Jacob Ellis. Right there to knock him down. Lost a yard on the play. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 8.
We talked about it some in the pregame, Chris. For all of the skill players and talent that at those skill positions Hurricane has, I've perhaps these last 2 weeks have been most impressed with offensive line and this defensive line. These guys are nasty. They are hard-nosed, and you've got to earn everything you get against them.
Yeah, this Hurricane defense is something else. I mean, it's different. Shotgun formation on 3rd down and 8. Fouch calling for the ball, dropping back, looking, throws near. He's got a man there, and it is complete up over the 40 to the 45 and out of bounds at about the 48-yard line. That's Tate Atkins with the reception for the Timberwolves. And the throw and catch is a 3rd down conversion for Spring Valley. It'll be 1st and 10.
Number 21, Lucas Rippetoe. Tackle for the Redskins.
Took it ahead to the 48-yard line. 14-yard gain for Spring Valley. 7:03, clock continues to wind as he stayed inbounds. Timberwolves bring him to the line. Dalton Fouch. Twin receivers to the right, one split out to the left. He's got 2 men off to his right, one in the slot. Fouch calls for the ball. Handoff up the middle and into the open field. That's going to be a pretty good pickup that time for Logan Perry. Perry with a 9-yard gain takes it ahead into Hurricane territory. They're going to spot the ball at the Hurricane 42. Very close to a 1st down. He got a really nice spot, and they are not even going to measure it. I think that he's telling them 1st down. It was. It's a 10-yard gain. I thought from where they originally spotted it, it was going to be a yard shy, but a fortuitous spot for Spring Valley, and they're in business again. They continue to move the sticks against what is normally a pretty stingy Hurricane defense. Here's Fouch. Puts his backs on the left side of him this time. Calls for the ball, keeps it himself, fumbles it, and gets hit. Ball's on the ground. Hurricane scrambling for it. Who came up with it? I think Fouch was able to get it back, but it was very close. Fouch very nearly lost it. Came out of his hands, but he did recover it. He lost 3 yards on the play in the fumble, however. And the ball is back at the 45-yard line of Hurricane. 2nd down and 13 now for Spring Valley. Hurricanes got a 14-6 lead, 5:55 on a winding first quarter clock. We started out the first 3 plays of this game and had 2 touchdowns. We've settled down since then. Fouch with 1 man to his right and a man to his left in the slot. Calls for the ball. He sees the blitz coming. He acknowledges. Handoff, left side. Here comes the runner. He's across the 40, inside the 40, down to the 45-yard line. It's going to be Bruin Booth on the carry. Bruin Booth going to take it down to the 34-yard line. It's an 11-yard gain. He's going to be about a yard short of the 1st down. It'll be 3rd and 1.
Nice run there by Bruin Booth, but hats off to Fouch, too, on the pre-snap adjustments. As you mentioned, seeing that blitz coming, shifting the guys over there and going the other way. That was a nice play for Spring Valley.
We've talked about Hurricanes' defense and how tough and stingy they are, but I tell you what, this drive, Spring Valley has moved the ball effectively.
Well, we saw a little bit of this last week, too, with George Washington. They got a drive early where they went down the field, scored, and kept it close, but then the bad things started happening.
All right, we'll see. Hurricane shifts their secondary. They man up on the receivers. Fouch goes under center for the first time. Handoff, left side, Booth. Booth, flag. Thought I saw a flag come in there, did I? He takes it down to about the 25-yard line. There is a flag. I thought I saw one fly into that mess of humanity at the middle, and that's normally in the area of holding. Pretty good gain that would have been a 1st down for Spring Valley. Let's see what the play is. It's going to be a face mask against Hurricane. So that's going to be a 1st down and then some. That's a 7-yard gain for Booth. And then they're going to tack more onto that. tack 5 more on. I guess it was an inadvertent face mask. Ball's going to be spotted at the Hurricane 21-yard line. Clock is stopped with 5:19 in the first period. Hurricane with a 14-6 lead, but Spring Valley has been putting together a pretty good drive and is trying to finish it off. Now Fouch goes back under center again. Snap, handoff, hit in the backfield and brought down. Mondrell Dean was not letting him go anywhere. That was Cody Shy, and Dean was on him.
Number 4, Mondrell Dean brings him down.
Like a coat of paint in no time. Pickup of 1. Shy takes it to the 20-yard line with a 1-yard pickup.
Spring Valley going with a lot of those real quick handoffs right after the snap, and Mondrell Dean not fooled it all that time, like you said, like on him like a coat of paint.
Man, Dean is so quick. He's just, I mean, he came from the other side of the line and made that tackle from behind. He's just like shot out of a rifle. Here they come again. Fouch hands it off, right side. They're trying to get wide, cuts him back to the inside. He's going to be inside the 10, down to the 5-yard line. That's Logan Perry with the carry again. First down pickup, and it's inside the 5. It'll be first and goal for Spring Valley. I think they did bring him down at the 5-yard line. He got to the outside, had some running room. Ripito turned him back, but Ripito didn't have anybody there to back him up. Takes it down to about the 5-yard line. It'll be first and goal for Spring Valley.
Chris, that time Hurricane was late getting into formation, and Fouch seen that and hurry up and snapped it.
Good recognition by Fouch, who goes under center again. One man in the backfield, that's Shy. Snap, handoff to Shy. Shy trying to push it forward. Hurricane's there. He picks up about 3, takes it down to about the 2-yard line. So Cody Shy with the carry. But Hurricane's defense holds him out. So it'll be second down and goal for the Timberwolves. They trail 14-6 with 3:21 to go here in the first period. This has been a long and pretty well-sustained drive by Spring Valley. They've converted third downs twice in this. And they've gotten the advantage of 1 penalty from Hurricane, a face mask.
And this will be the 14th play of the drive, Chris.
This is the kind of Spring Valley drives you know. And it looks like now
timeout Spring Valley.
Spring Valley wants to talk it over. So we got a timeout on the field, and when we come back, it'll be second and goal for the Timberwolves. 14-6, Hurricane with the lead with 2:58 to go in the first. This is high school football on the voice of Charleston, 580 WCHS.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Time for a Labor Day tent event.
This is our biggest event ever with the most cars and the most offers.
We've got 4 locations of inventory. Not only are we selling at our main lots, but we've got tents at the Kanawha Mall and the Old Sport Mart Plaza. Every test drive is a chance to win $1,000. Buy a car and get your choice of $1,000 cash, no payments until 2023, 250 gallons of gas, or take a bigger discount.
With the best trade-in figures powered by Kelley Blue Book Instant Cash Offer, you can get the best deals of the year.
Go to TopG4.com and see for yourself.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Fumble, scramble for the ball. Who's got it? Nope. Looks like Spring Valley got it and took it on into the end zone. Bruin Booth, I think he dropped the ball and it came right back up into his breadbasket there, and he was able to take it in for the touchdown. So Spring Valley scores, and that brings the score to 12-14. And I figure they'll go for the 2-point conversion here, having had their first extra point blocked. So the offense stays in there. Spring Valley sends Kendon Cassee in with the play. And they line up for the 2-point conversion. I formation behind Fouch. Now he gets up and there's a flag. So Well,
it must have got the timeout.
Somebody
it looked like the play clock where it was very close to running out.
All right, and they did call I think they called a false start on Spring Valley, but the timeout was called by Jack. Who called the timeout?
Fouts called the timeout right before he saw the clock running down and called the timeout.
So he got the timeout to avoid the delay of game penalty, but he had to stick with the. He could not fix the false start, so that's going to move him back. At least I thought that's what it was.
No, they wave off the false start. He got the timeout in time.
Okay. So Hurricane sends their defense back out there. Important two-point conversion here for Spring Valley. So important that they called a timeout to make sure they got it right. Because in a game like this, it could make all the difference in the world down the road. Spring Valley's first extra point on their first touchdown that came on a special teams kickoff return was blocked. So they're trying to make up for it with this one. They trail 14-12. Fouch now out of the shotgun. Brings a man in motion. Hands it to that man. Coming to the near side. He makes the turn. He's going to be hit, and that's going to be it. No good. Jalen Abercrombie was trying to take it in, but Hurricane sniffed that out, and the two-point conversion fails. So Hurricane still maintains a lead after a long drive by Spring Valley. It's 14-12 with 2:52 to go in the first period. This is high school football on the voice of Charleston, 580 WCHS.
This is Steve.
August 5th, 2013 was supposed to be the happiest day of my life. It turned into a nightmare. Harmony was too big for me to pass through my pelvis. They thought the best option was to put the vacuum on her.
She begged for a C-section over and over and over. They wanted to rush through it. Once Harmony came out, it probably wasn't 5 minutes. They rushed her to NIC unit, and then her head swelled the size of a watermelon. It pretty much crushed her whole skull. Ben Salingo was recommended to us by a family friend that he had represented.
Having Ben Salingo on our side changed everything for the better.
From day one, he did everything for us. He kept in touch with us pretty much on a daily basis to let us know what was going on and even just to check on us.
It gave us closure.
14-play, 80-yard drive, Chris, took almost 8 minutes off the clock. That's more like the Spring Valley that we're used to seeing.
That's the Spring Valley we all come accustomed to. Short kick by Landon Mosser, and it's caught over on the far sideline and immediately stopped, and now a flag comes out. I think it went out of bounds. Did he catch it out of bounds? I can't tell. It's over on the far sideline. Down on the field, Jack Withrow is our sideline man. I couldn't tell if he caught that out of bounds or if it actually went out of bounds and they threw the flag.
I could not tell either. I'm on the Spring Valley side right now, but it was awfully close to that sideline.
Anyway, about the drive, that was quite a drive by Spring Valley that proved they can move the football on this Hurricane team. But tell you what, those extra points are important.
Like Tom said, it was more like the Spring Valley we've seen in the past. They'd love to pull that guard and tackle, and they did that a lot and got some running room on that drive, and, of course, mixed it in with a couple passes. But very impressive drive that time for the Timberwolves.
So it looks like they're going to assess the penalty for the kick going out of bounds, and it's going to be against Spring Valley. It went out of bounds at about the 31. They're going to advance it up to the 36, and that's where Hurricane will start this drive with 2:51 to go in the first period. 14-12 is the score. Now, obviously, on that kick, they were trying to keep it out of the hands of Heath Montgomery and Tyshawn Dews. Riffle in the backfield next to Velatambi, who calls for the ball. Hands it to Riffle. Riffle, left side, trying to turn the corner. He's got a little bit of running room, but Spring Valley gangs up on him. Flags come in at the end of the play. Riffle with a carry up to about the 39-yard line, 3-yard pickup. Let's check that flag.
This could be a horse collar.
Well, it was thrown right at the point of the attack over on the far sideline by the side judge. And they're having a conversation to make sure they have it together. And they're going to wave the flag off. So no flag on the play, and the ball is placed on the 40-yard line. 4-yard pickup for, 3-yard pickup for Jeremiah Riffle, and that's going to make it 2nd and 7. Velatambi, shotgun, snap, handoff again to Riffle. Riffle runs right in the teeth of the Spring Valley defense. Not much running room there. He's going going to pick up about a yard, if that. That'll be generous if they give him a yard. And that's going to throw Hurricane into a 3rd and 7.
Big win for the Spring Valley defense there, Chris. That was the second play of the drive, and they didn't allow a touchdown. First 2 times Hurricane had the ball, long touchdowns on the second play.
Here's Velatombi. Calls for the ball, fakes the handoff, drops back, throws. He's got a man there. It is complete to Tyshawn Dews. Dews right at the marker and steps out of bounds. Pick up about 8 or 9 yards on the play for Tyshawn Dews, and that's a first down for Hurricane. Ball is spotted at their own 49-yard line. Velatombi running quick, snap, hand off to Riffle. Riffle bends it back to the right side. He's hit from behind, brought down after he takes it across midfield. About a 3-yard pickup, 2-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 8. Ball is spotted at Spring Valley's 49-yard line, and Hurricane's ready again. Velatombi's got him down. Hurricane playing quickly. Communicating with his receivers. Velatombi calling for the ball. There it is. Fakes the handoff. Drops back. Velatombi looking. Across the middle. It is caught in double coverage. Nice reception that time. Coming down with the ball was Bryson Morrell. Morrell really sacrificing his body there, and credit Velatombi for threading the needle into double coverage. And Hurricanes ready again. Boy, they don't waste any time. Here's the handoff. Nope, they're going to throw it to Dews. Dews on the screen, can't hold it. It's over his head. Ball was spotted at the Spring Valley 32-yard line. And Hurricane, that's one of the hallmarks of this team, man. Donnie Mays gets them to play fast. It's like, to quote Rich Rodriguez, play like your hair's on fire. Here they go again, 2nd and 10. Velatombi draws the entire defense off sides. So that's going to be 5 that Spring Valley will give to him. And they move the ball down to the to the 27-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 5 for the Redskins. Velatombi drops back, throws it near side. Man is there. No, it's batted down, incomplete. Pass was knocked down at the line of scrimmage, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 5 for Hurricane.
Looked like number 50, Sam Booth, 6'1" junior on the play there for Spring Valley. Good awareness, got the hands up, knocked the ball down because he had an open receiver out there.
Here's Velatombi. Takes it, drops back. Now he's looking. He's got pressure coming. He evades it. Comes to the near side, throws it. Man's there. Oh, in and out of the hands of his intended receiver, Heath Montgomery. And boy, if he'd have completed that, that would have been a beauty.
That was a fantastic play by Velatombi just to create some space and buy himself some time. Unfortunately for Hurricane, the receiver not quite able to hold on to that one, and it's 4th down.
Led him just a hair too long, but Montgomery might have taken that one to the house. All right, 4th and 5. Here goes Hurricane. They're going to go for it. Velatombi, and he gets Spring Valley to jump. I'm sure that's what that whole play was designed for, and Spring Valley bit on his cadence. That'll be a 5-yard penalty, and that should be enough for the first down. They take the ball down to the 22-yard line. And that should be the first down. It is indeed.
That's how they got the first 5, so it should be the second 5 give you the first down there. But
yeah,
wow, what an unfortunate turn of events for Spring Valley.
That series was on the Timberwolves. Snap back to Velatombi, over to Dews. Dews has it. Sidesteps the first man, and he can't miss the second. He gets knocked down. No gain on the play. Tyshawn Dews. Generally, that's the play that works best, is to get Dews into space out there, throw him the little bubble screen, and let him do what he does, but Spring Valley sniffed that one out very well.
Yeah, well scouted, well defended by the Timberwolves.
2nd and 10 now. Twin receivers either way. Velatombi throws it again, and his man is not there. Some miscommunication there. I think Dews was supposed to get the ball, but Dews went on a streak, and Velatombi threw the old button hook. It falls incomplete. That stops the clock with 43 seconds to go, but it's 3rd and 10 now for Hurricane. And an unfortunate series of events for the Redskins. They've not been able to move the ball except to get offsides penalties against Spring Valley. And now Brad Dingus wants a timeout to slow things down a little bit. Timeout on the field. Hurricane leading at 14-12. 43 seconds in the first period. This is high school football in the voice of Charleston. 580 WCHS.
Putnam County Bank salutes all the players in this game, and they hope that all students put
third member of our broadcast team is Jack Withrow, working the sidelines tonight for us. Hurricanes got a 14-12 lead, 43 seconds to go here in the first period, and the drive here is 3rd and 10, and the ball's on Spring Valley's 22-yard line. The Redskins, Velatambi out of the shotgun. Twin receivers either way, and he sends Riffle in motion out to the right. Dropping back, looking, and he's going to be hit in the backfield and brought down. Nice job that time on the pressure by Spring Valley, and Velatambi is going to be thrown for a loss of about 2 yards. That'll make it 4th and, well, actually more. That's going to make it about 4th and 13. Tyrell Lewis on the stop for Spring Valley. So definitely that time, Spring Valley decided to bring the pressure out of that timeout, and it worked. 4th and 13 now for Velatambi. They're going to go for it. Shotgun formation. Snap is back. Velatambi looking, throws it. Long pass downfield into the end zone, and he overthrows his intended receiver, Tyshawn Dews. Incomplete. Ball goes over on downs with 19 seconds to go in the first period. Hurricane was moving the ball with authority there, Tom, but that last series, the last 10 yards they got on Spring Valley penalties, and they went 4 straight plays there without picking up a yard. In fact, lost 4.
Yeah, 14 plays on that drive for Hurricane, but really benefited from the penalties on Spring Valley, the 2 offsides calls. And in the last, we saw them for 4 quarters last week and almost a full quarter here. That's as out of sorts as we've seen the Hurricane offense the last couple of weeks.
No question, yeah. Spring Valley was definitely crossing them up there. All right, 1st and 10 for the Timberwolves. They got the ball on their own 25-yard line with 19 ticks left in the first period. Here's Fouch out of the shotgun. Hands it off to Booth. Booth coming to the near side, looking for the corner. Trying to turn it. He's going to be hit and stopped as he pushes it up over the 30-yard line. And that's going to be the final play of the first period. As we'll switch ends of the field, Booth picking up about 4 yards on the play. Actually picked up more than that. He picked up about 7 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 3 when we come back. End of 1. It's 14-12 Hurricane. You're listening to high school football on the voice of Charleston, 580 WCHS.
Lasting joint pain relief.
We know who we are, where we have been, and where we are going. Healthcare is ever-changing, and we are evolving to meet the future needs of our community. Thomas Health is honored to announce our affiliation with the WVU Health System. WVU Health System and its network of hospitals and physicians across West Virginia, Ohio, and Pennsylvania will allow Thomas Health to elevate and expand the current services we offer to this region. With broader access to specialists and subspecialists.
The Wolves in 14-12 as we start the second quarter. Hurricane with the lead. Spring Valley on 2nd and 4. Ball is on the ground and a fumble on the first play, and it looks like Hurricane has recovered it. So what a turn of events to start the second period. Hurricane gets the turnover. Lucas Ripito with the recovery, and the ball will be at Spring Valley's 31-yard line. And just like that, Spring Valley's fortunes turned on a dime.
Yeah, it looked like a bad exchange on the handoff there for Spring Valley. Ball ends up on the turf, and Ripito, right man at the right spot at the right time, comes up with the ball for Hurricane. The Redskins in business now in Spring Valley territory.
So the second quarter just getting underway. Hurricanes got a 14-12 lead. They'd like to really take this in and score. They stalled on their last drive. Here's Velatambi. Calling for the football. Takes it. Hands it to Mondrell Dean. Dean turned to the right side. He's got running room. He's inside the 20-yard line. Goes Mondrell Dean. First down yardage and more. Looks like he's going to pick up about 15 yards, taking the ball all the way down to the 12-yard line. Mondrell Dean on the carry. First time he's run out of the backfield tonight.
Chris, last week, times where Hurricane took advantage of George Washington's turnovers. Let's see if they can do it here on Spring Valley's fumble.
George Washington had 8. Here's Dean. Dean pushing his way ahead. He's going to pick up about 5 on the play. First time we've seen Dean out of the backfield tonight, but he actually on the year has 16 carries, 18 now. And coming into the game had 117 yards, and he had 3 touchdowns rushing. So it brings up 2nd down and 6. They actually gave him 4 yards on the play. Shotgun formation. Bellatombi fakes it to Dean, throws it over to the right side. It is complete to Heath Montgomery. Makes the first guy miss, makes the second guy miss, and jukes his way ahead to a 1st down. Heath Montgomery, nice footwork after the catch. They're going to mark him inside the 10, takes it all the way down to the 7-yard line. And that'll be 1st and goal for the Redskins. Bellatombi, shotgun. Calls for the ball. Hands it off to Riffle back in there now. Riffle going to the right side. Riffle at the 5. He's hit, dropped down. Right about the 3-yard line. Jeremiah Riffle with the carry. That'll bring up 2nd and goal for Hurricane. Redskins really need to punch this one in and capitalize on the turnover on the first play of the 2nd quarter by Spring Valley. Hurricanes got a 14-12 lead, 10:55 to go on a winding first quarter clock. Bellatombi hands it off to Rivera, who's in there now. Rivera cannot get much, but a flag comes in.
Rivera, but we do have flag.
Looked like he might have picked up a yard, if that, but the flag is the pressing concern of the moment. We await the call from the official, and it looks like it's going to be holding against Hurricane. So that's going to back the Redskins up.
Back them up 10 yards.
And that certainly changes the dynamic of what was going on here for Donnie Mae's team.
Yeah, they had all the momentum going in their favor. They get the big turnover on the first play of the quarter and just kind of were churning yards out. Everything was working for them. Flag on the play, that'll back them up, though.
Ball now on the 15. Bellatombi hands it to Rivera again. Rivera trying on the right side. He's at the 10. He's at the 5. Touchdown, Elijah Rivera.
3, Elijah Rivera in for the Hurricanes.
Okay, it didn't change the dynamic at all. Instead, that just gives them a little more room. So Rivera takes the handoff, bounces off the right side to the outside. 15-yard scamper and into the end zone, and Hurricane extends its lead to 20-12 with 10:33 to go in the 2nd period. Caleb Johnson on to attempt the extra point. That's how you don't panic, Tom.
Oh, absolutely, Chris. And we talked in the pregame about how these 3 Hurricane running backs all bring a little something different to the table. You saw the shiftiness of Rivera there, able to slip through the defense for a 15-yard touchdown.
Johnson's kick's in the air, and it is good.
Good.
So your score with 10:33 to go in the 2nd period. Hurricane takes a 21-12 lead over Spring Valley. This is high school football on the voice of Charleston, 580 WCHS.
Football game of the week. 10:33 to play in the first half. Hurricane extends its lead, 21-12 over host Spring Valley. 15-yard touchdown run by Elijah Rivera, capping a 6-play, 32-yard drive coming after the Redskins recovered a fumble on the first play of the quarter. So, Chris, if you're Spring Valley, what do you got to do to get back into this one? Because it seems like it's just not going their way right now.
Just keep playing. And that ball is going to roll. Is it in the end zone or out of bounds? I think they're going to say it's a touchback. Oh, my. And the home crowd did not like that because they thought it actually went out of bounds. It didn't land in the end zone, but it landed past the pylon out of bounds. Nevertheless, going to be a Spring Valley 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Hey, coming up at the end of our ball game tonight, we'll name our West Virginia Air Guard player of the game. Wouldn't it be nice to work a part-time job and get your college paid for? When you become a member of the West Virginia Air Guard, that can happen. Serve your state and country part-time in the Air National Guard. When you go to a public college in West Virginia, earn up to 100% tuition up to a master's degree, plus extra money for college with the Montgomery GI Bill. You'll also earn a monthly paycheck. For information, 304-341-6000, and talk to one of their recruiters. The West Virginia Air National Guard in Charleston, Spring Valley, 1st and 10. Ball is handed off, and that's going to be a first down run for number 10, Bruin Booth. Booth, with about a 15-yard pickup, takes it ahead to the 36-yard line, giving a 16-yard pickup. And Bruin Booth proving that he can match him step for step as well. Booth came into the game with 11 carries for 86 yards and a nice run that time for 16 more. 1st and 10 for Spring Valley. And the official is now going to send Heath Montgomery to the sideline because he's got a equipment issue. Jack Withrow, like I told you, the game wardens are checking license today on the creek. You better have yours.
Yeah, they said it was a point of emphasis on the uniforms this year, and we've seen that a couple of times already for the Hurricane team.
Did he have his jersey tied up or something? Was that an issue? Was that what it was?
They pointed at the back around the belt line. I'm not sure. It looked like what it was.
All right, well, they take him out and they send in they send in Dews. So here's the handoff going the other way. Hurricanes right there to sniff it out. Logan Perry on the carry, but boy, Hurricanes defense right there to blow that up. The entire front line got a hand on him, led by, of course, Mondrell Dean, but everybody on that front line, Jacob Ellis and company, took him down for a loss of 1. Bring up 2nd and 11. Ball at the 34-yard line of the Timberwolves. 9:32 on a winding second quarter clock. 21-12 is the score. Coming up at the half, we'll check highlights and scores from games throughout the state of West Virginia and throughout here in the Kanawha Valley in our Harmar Stores halftime report. Shotgun formation for Dalton Fouch. He's got 2 men with him, one in the slot to his left. Fakes the handoff. Fouch keeps it right side. Spins ahead. He's going to be hit and brought down. Stopped that time by Hurricanes Bryson Morrell. Pickup of about 3 is going to bring up 3rd down and 8 for Spring Valley. Boy, it'd be a big coup for Hurricane here to get a stop and get off the field with 8:48 to go and leading 21-12. Spring Valley breaks the huddle. Dalton Fouch brings his team to the line. He's going to send 3 receivers split out to the left, 1 to the right, and he's got a sidecar to his left side. Fouch calling for the football, looking over his offense, takes it, rolls to the left, looking downfield, throws it. It's going to be caught and lost. Caught and dropped. Thought for certain that Jalen Abercrombie had it, and he did for a second, but as he was going down, he got hit, and the ball came flying out of there. An incomplete pass, and Hurricanes defense has done just that and is going to force a punt.
A nice play call there from Spring Valley, just not quite able to execute. Chris thought the throw was a little bit behind Abercrombie. He had to reach back for it, could never really get control, and like you said, he got popped, and that ball came flying out of there for an incompletion.
Yeah, they had him open. The pass was not on the money, and he couldn't handle it. So here's the snap for the punt. And Mosser's kick is in the air. Heath Montgomery deep to receive, back at the 20, calls for the fair catch and makes it as he walks backward to about the 17-yard line. So Hurricanes defense forces a punt, and with 8:18 to go in the first period, 21-12, Hurricane has the lead and the ball.
Impressive punt from Spring Valley there. Sometimes you see high school kids, the punts aren't necessarily a big emphasis, but that was a really good one. Backed Hurricane up. They'll have a long field here.
They will indeed, but as we have seen, a lot of times they can cover a lot of ground in a short amount of time. So let's see what happens here. This game started out like a fireworks show, but it has settled down considerably since then. Velatombi, he's going to send Dews split out to the left, and he's got 2 men to the right. In the backfield with him is Elijah Rivera, and he's got Ripito lined up in the slot to the right side. Velatombi out of the shotgun, calling for the ball. There it is. Hands it to Riffle, and Riffle's going to be immediately hit in the backfield and brought down. That's going to be Cody Shy with a stop. So nowhere for Riffle to go. It's going to be about a 2-yard loss.
Number 32, Cody Shy.
That's going to bring up 3rd and 12 for Spring Valley. 3rd and 11, for Hurricane. So this time twin receivers either way. And Riffle remains in the backfield with Velatombi at the quarterback position. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Velatombi right side throws it. Man is there. That's Ethan Montgomery. He's hit and brought down immediately. Completed pass, but hawking him right there defensively was Logan Perry. Takes it ahead for about a 7-yard gain. It'll bring up 3rd and 4. Velatombi back to the line of scrimmage. Twin receivers either way. Tries to draw Spring Valley offsides. Now he's changing it up. Snap. Velatombi throws it again over to the far sideline. Intended for Montgomery. Could not get that one. Threw it a little bit behind him. It goes incomplete.
And timing just a little bit off between quarterback and receiver there, Chris.
So with that incomplete pass, Hurricane is going to have to punt it right back. So credit Spring Valley's defense for going out there and standing in and forcing the punt.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of 3-and-outs from Hurricane the last few weeks, Chris.
Not at all.
So hats off to the Spring Valley defense, able to get the ball back here before halftime.
Looks like Ripito is going to kick it, and deep to receive for Spring Valley will be Jalen Abercrombie. There's the snap. Ripito handles it, looking, and kicks it high in the air. Good coverage by Hurricane. It's going to hit and take a Hurricane roll down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. So nice punt by Ripito to flip the field a little bit. And it's almost right back where Spring Valley had it when they had to punt it away a moment ago. So it has been an unusual game. I know both coaches will probably tell you that there's plenty to pick apart in this, but both teams have risen when they've had to, particularly on defense.
I think you used the term body blows early in the game, and that's exactly what this has been. It's been like a prize fight. These guys are just feeling each other out. We're coming up on halftime now. It's been a good one.
Hurricanes got the advantage, 21-12. Spring Valley missed its first extra point and then went for 2 on their second touchdown, and it was no good. So here, full house backfield for Spring Valley. Handoff this time ahead. That's going to be Booth, and Booth's going to be immediately hit and dropped down by the front of that Hurricane defense. Man alive, are they tearing things up out there.
Not a whole lot of room to run up front, particularly through the middle of the teeth of that thing. They've had some success getting out on the edges, but, man, going through the middle, good luck.
Yeah, Ripito was in there from his linebacker position. Nate McKay also in there on the stomp. And another Redskin, Khalil Ramey. And, of course, Mondrell Dean is always in on the tackle. If there's a tackle by Hurricane, just assume that Dean either did it solo or he was involved in it, because that's kind of how he rolls. He's going to bring up 2nd and 10. No gain on the play. Fouch calls for the ball, fakes the handoff, rolling left this time, throws across his body. He's got a man there. It's going to be picked in the air, and off to the races goes Spring Valley. It is complete, and that's going to be for Spring Valley, Kendon Cassie. A 72-yard touchdown pass from Dalton Fouch to Kendon Cassie, and Spring Valley draws within striking distance again. 6:29 to go in the second period. It's 21-18.
Great play by the Spring Valley receiver, Rasee. He had a defender all over him. It's kind of a 50-50 ball up in the air. Big hand strength from the Spring Valley guy. He's able to come down with it, and it was off to the races. Nothing but green grass and I guess maybe a little bit of dirt in front of him.
Exactly. One-on-one coverage. Cassie was able to go up and take that out of the air, and then it was just a foot race, and he won it. Muffed snap, flags fly. I'm pretty sure Hurricane was offsides. We'll have to check and see.
They're going to go for 2 now for Spring Valley.
And why not? It's offsides against Hurricane. That's going to take it to the 1.5-yard line, and your odds are much better there than at the 3. Trailing by 3, Spring Valley's going to try to draw within 2. So the penalty on the extra point. And now Spring Valley is going to send in the offense. See if they can punch one in here and tighten this game back up. Hurricane with a 21-18 lead. Spring Valley going to try for the 2-point conversion. And now they were late getting their receivers onto the field, and the quarterback Fouch did not see that. And now Spring Valley is going to be called for movement, obviously, and that's going to back them up 5 yards. So instead of having it at the 1.5, now they're going to have to try to kick it from the 6.
Here's what happened, Chris, because he was over here getting a breather after going so far, and they didn't tell him that they were going for 2, of course, after the penalty. So he was late getting out of the field, him and Tate Adkins.
Never made it, actually.
Yeah.
Never made it to their positions on the far side. So now Mosser's going to have to kick it from kick a 25-yard extra point. Ball will be on the 15. Kick is in the air. He's got the leg, and that one is good. So after all of that, your score was 6:29 to go in the second period. Hurricane leads it 21-19. This is high school football in the voice of Charleston, 580 WCHS.
Football game of the week. I'm Tom Bragg, joined by Chris Lawrence, where Spring Valley putting a dent in that Hurricane lead. The Redskins lead 21-19 now after a 72-yard touchdown catch by Spring Valley's Kendon Conceit. Nice play to go up, bring that one down, and it was off to the races. They get the extra point for the first time tonight to make it 21-19. 6:29 left in the half, Chris. That's exactly what Spring Valley needed.
Indeed. Tightens things up. Here's the kick in the air, and it's going to be taken by an up man. That was Riffle, who couldn't hang on to it. Another man picks it up, brings it up across the 30 to the 35-yard line.
I believe that's Mondrell Dean.
I believe it was Mondrell Dean. I think Riffle had it, and Dean said, I got you. He picked it up and brought it back up to the 35-yard line, so good field position for Hurricane to start this drive. Down on the field, third member of our broadcast team is Jack Withrow tonight. Jack, that as Tom pointed out, boy, that was a big play for Spring Valley to punch that one in and get the extra point.
It was. If we talk about 3 and outs, both teams had 3 and outs, and then Spring Valley took advantage of it with Cassie and that long touchdown reception. And it almost looked like the defender for Hurricane gambled on that, and it did not pay off for him.
Exactly right. Mondrell Dean is now going to be in the backfield beside of Noah Valatambi. Snap, handoff to Dean. Nope, faked it. Keeps it to the right side. Throws it to Montgomery on the screen. Montgomery's going to pick up a few before he jumps out of bounds. Nice fake that time. Faked me out. And I think he faked out that front 4 of the Spring Valley defense. Heath Montgomery on the reception is going to take it ahead for about 3 yards. Brings up 2nd down and 7. 6:13 to go here in the second period. Clock stops as Montgomery steps out of bounds. Dean stays in there beside of Valatambi. He's also got Ripito over in the slot. Valatambi takes the snap. This time hands it off to Dean. Mondrell Dean churning forward. Dragon tacklers with him. Pushes it ahead to the 40-yard line. Couple of yard pickup by Mondrell Dean. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 5 for the Redskins. Good job by Spring Valley's defense. A swarm there to stop Mondrell Dean. That's not an easy task.
No, sir.
But they got it done. Playing fast now. It looks like Riffle's back in there. Valatambi takes the snap. This time fakes the hand. Nope, gives it into the hand of Riffle. And Riffle's going to be hit immediately and brought down. Nice job up front that time by Spring Valley. And on the stop for the Timberwolves, that's going to be Shane Roberts, who would not let him go.
No, after the first long touchdown for Riffle early in this game, the Timberwolves defense has really had him sniffed out. Rivera's found some room to run. Dean's found some room to run, but Riffle's had some trouble since early going.
So a 3 and out here for Hurricane. They're going to have to punt it away. No gain on the play that time. 4th down and 5, and Ripito is back there to punt it away. Deep to receive is Jalen Abercrombie for the Spring Valley Timberwolves. And here's Ripito's punt. It's in the air. Long punt. It's going to come down and hit at about the 21. It's going to be fielded by Abercrombie, who's immediately hit and knocked down after he returns it about 2 yards. So that's going to set Spring Valley up at the 22-yard line. 23-yard line will be the line of scrimmage. They got 4:49 to go. They trail 21-19, but the key there, Tom, is they got the ball and they got the opportunity to control the narrative here until halftime.
Yeah, Spring Valley's defense really picked it up here in the second quarter. Consecutive 3-and-outs for Hurricane and a chance to take the lead here for Spring Valley.
So here comes Dalton Fouch. He's going to have Bruin Booth in the backfield with him this time. And he's got twin receivers either way out of the spread formation. Shotgun snap. He calls for the ball, hands it to Booth. Booth shoves it ahead, not going anywhere. Hurricanes right there to stop him after about a yard pickup. And that keeps the clock rolling at 4:40. Hurricanes got a 21-19 lead. The difference, a missed extra point and a missed two-point conversion by the Timberwolves. Ball is at the 25-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 8 for Spring Valley. Not a lot of hurry for Spring Valley as they send 3 receivers to the left this time. Fouch makes a motion to one of his receivers, calls for the ball, and throws it over there. That's going to be caught by Kendon Cassee, who had the touchdown a moment ago. And I believe that was an audible called by Fouch at the last second. He saw the coverage and believed that he could get something out of that. What he ended up getting out of it was about 5 yards, and it brings up 3rd down and 4 as Mondrell Dean tracked down Cassee that time and stopped him.
I was kind of chuckling to myself there. We joked earlier about if there's tackle, it's probably got Mondrell Dean involved. Well, that was a screen pass to the outside, and the defensive lineman, Mondrell Dean, is so quick, so fast, he got over there and made the tackle.
Ball's at the 30-yard line. Here comes Spring Valley. 3:28 to go in the second period. Snap to Fouch. Dropping back, looking, throws. Got a man over here near side. It is complete. That's a first down, and now he's got extra running room. He's up across the 50. That's going to be, carrying the ball that time was Tyrell Lewis, his first catch on the night. And he took it all the way up to midfield for Spring Valley, and I think he got out of bounds, stopping the clock. 3:15 to go. 1st and 10 for Spring Valley. Big 3rd down conversion that time for the Timberwolves.
And they needed 3. They got 20 on that to keep the drive alive.
Indeed. Here comes Spring Valley. They break the huddle. Clock will start on the snap of the football. Fouch this time sends 3 receivers to the short side of the field. That's the near side. Looks over to Brad Dingus, gets the signal. Calls for the ball. There's Fouch. He's going to roll to the left. Pressure comes. He evades it. Throws. Man is there. It is caught right at the marker. Tate Adkins hauls it in. I believe that's going to be enough for another first down right at the 40-yard line. Stops the clock while they reset the ball and the chains.
A couple of impressive throws from the Spring Valley quarterback here. These are not just pitch and catch. He's having to fit them in a window, and he's been very good this drive.
And Spring Valley controlling things here late. They would love to score without giving Hurricane any time back on the clock. I think that's what they're trying to do. 2:53 here to go. 1st and 10. They've got the ball at the Hurricane 40-yard line. Redskins defense digs in. Fouch out of the shotgun formation. There's the ball. He keeps it himself. Going around the left. He's faked everybody out. He's got a first down and more. Inside the 20, 30-yard line goes Fouch all the way down to the 26. First down by Fouch, who hid the ball very well, was decisive. That was called all the way. He went against the grain and ran away from everybody. And he had great running room. Ball is now at the 27-yard line of Hurricane. 1st and 10 for Spring Valley.
A great call on the fake, and the keeper there for Spring Valley. He snapped that ball, gave a little head fake, and the whole left side of the field opened up. Big play for the Timberwolves.
3 receivers to the right for Fouch, and 1 man on his right. Calls for the ball. There it is. Fouch rolling to the right this time. Looking downfield. Got a man down there. Throws it. It's going to be incomplete. Very nearly picked off. Was intended for Lewis. Coverage that time for Hurricane. Jaden Smith. I thought Smith was going to get himself a pick there. Very close.
Yeah, very close. I couldn't tell if that was closer to a pick or a catch, but it was a risky play for Spring Valley to throw down there by the goal line with such good coverage from the Hurricane defense.
There was a very low throw, so even if either one of them had caught it, there would have been considerable question about whether it was trapped. They rule it as incomplete, stops the clock with 2:31 to go, and brings up 2nd and 10 for Spring Valley. They trail 21-19 with 2:31 to go. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun snap to Fouch. Hands it off. That's going to be Booth. Goes to the right side, takes it down to about the 21-yard line. Looks like he's going to pick up about 7 yards on the play. He picks up about 6. It'll be 3rd and 4 for Spring Valley, but that keeps the clock winding at 2:10. Hurricane leads at 21-19. Keep in mind, Spring Valley gets the ball on offense to start the second half.
Also winding down here, Spring Valley, let's remember that they do not have any timeouts left.
And remember, they burned 2 of them trying to get extra points taken care of. So the wide side of the field has 3 receivers for Fouch. Calls for the ball. He's going to keep it himself. Left side he goes. Hurricane closes on him, stops him short. No first down there. Great job that time by Hurricane secondary to recognize the quarterback keeper and closed in and stopped him dead at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Well, they are going to give him credit for 1. It'll bring 4th down and 4 for Spring Valley. Minute 21. Clock continues to roll.
Spring Valley.
It looks like they're going to try an extra point here, or excuse me, an extra point, a field goal. That's Mosser, and he's going to kick it. It's a 47-yard attempt. And they're waiting on the snap. Spring Valley taking their time, maybe trying to get Hurricane to jump. Hadn't happened yet. There's the snap. Kick is in the air. That kick, not even close. No good. But it did burn a little bit of time, so the ball goes over on downs to the Redskins. They'll have 52 seconds to operate. They'll have the ball at their own 20-yard line, 1st and 10.
Interesting call from Brad Dingus and the Timberwolves there. Not sure I exactly expected to see Spring Valley ever attempt a 37-yard field goal. That was
47.
Was it 47? They were from the 20.
Okay, my fault. I did the math wrong. Math is hard. Yeah, you're right. 37 yards. But I don't think the extra point would have been good there.
No, it was short. It was left. It was not a great field goal attempt, and now Hurricane has just a little less than a minute to try to get something.
Well, they've got twin receivers either way. Here's Velatombi. He drops back. He's looking. Pocket collapses. He's rolling out of there, rolling to his right side. He's going to keep it and run for the sideline, and he's going to stop the clock with 43 seconds to go. Good coverage that time by Spring Valley downfield, and good pressure as they put on Velatombi. There's a flag down in the backfield. Let's get a call. What was the call? Looks like it's going to be against Hurricane. It's going to be a hold on the Redskins. So that's going to mark them back. That's going to really hurt their opportunity, as they're going to take the ball all the way back to the 10-yard line. So it's now 1st and 20 from their own 10. 43 seconds to go. Hurricane has a 21-19 lead.
First down and 20.
I'm sure they're going to try to ignite the big play here. Velatombi calls for the ball, keeps it, throws, right side, it is complete. That's Tyshawn Dews, and Dews is going to be tackled inbounds. Oh, I'm sorry, Mondrell Dean on the catch that time. 8-yard pickup. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 12. 27 seconds and the clock is rolling. Here comes Hurricane. Velatombi takes it, drops back. He's going to throw a long pass downfield, and he's got Dean down there but overthrows him. And it's incomplete. That'll stop the clock with 18 seconds to go. They sneaked Mondrell in on me there. And they've got Tyshawn Dews over here on the near sideline on the wide side of the field. So here we go. Velatombi sets him up again. Snap. And he's going to hand it off to Riffle. Riffle's going to take it over the right side and run it out of bounds and stop the clock with 13 seconds to go. And flags fly after the whistle. So there must have been
maybe some extracurriculars.
Probably some commentary that we probably can't share. I think that's what happened over there on the far sideline. I believe it happened on Hurricane sideline, so you would have to believe that if there was any commentary, it might have come from the Redskins there. We'll see what happens.
Donnie Mays does not look too happy down there on the sideline right now.
Indeed. And it's going to be a personal foul called against the Redskins. That's going to back them up. So any opportunity they may have had to march the ball down the field in 52 seconds has evaporated. They've got 13 left. They can only hope now for maybe a big play if they want to score again before going in at halftime. Don't discount the fact that they do have the ability to do that. So Velatambi, here comes the offensive lineman in who was a little late. Actually, they're going to punt it away on fourth down.
Call that 4th and 27 after the penalty.
Ripito kicks it. Long kick downfield, and fair catch called and made at the 48-yard line by Abercrombie. So it looks like 13 seconds. Does Spring Valley have one in their bag of tricks that they could pull out at the last second? They trailed 21-19. They got 13 seconds to play with here in the first half, and they get the ball first in the second half.
It's been a wild first half here, Chris.
It has.
It's been warm up here. It's been a beautiful night, though, for high school football down here in Wayne County. But, man, fireworks, body blows. This first half's had a little bit of it all.
It's had great football. It's had exciting football. And then at times it's had sloppy football. I mean, just about anything you'd want in that first half was there. And on both teams. Both teams have played lights out at times, and both teams have played really sloppy at times. It looks like they're trying to set the clock. They're trying to get the attention of the clock operator. They've got 13.7 seconds. I think that they're wanting that at
7 seconds is what they're wanting at.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think
it never did start after the punt, I don't think. So he's holding up 7 seconds, and they're having a hard time understanding what he's saying. We can hear him because Jack Withrow is like 6 feet away with a mic open. But the clock operator does not have the same advantage. And clearly we're not going to do anything until they fulfill his wishes to put 7 seconds on that clock. Spring Valley is out there waiting. Hurricane is out there waiting.
Looks like maybe Brad Dingus is on the mic up to the coaches in the booth,
Brad
telling
Dingus
them to get down there and get it.
Telling somebody to climb off that roof and tell the clock operator what they need. So coming up in a moment, we'll have the Parmar Stores halftime report. We'll get you scores from all across the Kanawha Valley. Now they put 70 on there. I don't think that's going to work. Or is that 7? That is 7.0. Okay. Is that right, or is that 70?
I think it was 70. It's at 7 now.
It was 70. I thought if you were at 70, it would have been a minute 10, but that decimal point throws me. Here we go. Probably the final play of the half for Spring Valley. Dalton Fouch out of the shotgun. Drops back, rolls to his right, looking downfield. Now going the other way. Hurricanes. Blocking breaks down. He throws it incomplete. Flag comes in, so we may have an untimed play. Let's see what the call's going to be. Flag flies on the final play with no time on the clock.
This could be intentional grounding.
We'll see what the call is. And that is exactly the call, Jack Withrow. Intentional grounding against Spring Valley. I'm sure they'll decline that. And that'll be the end of the first half. So 21-19, Hurricane has the lead. Let's get out on the field. Jack Withrow has caught up with Brad Dingus.
Hey, I'm down here with Coach Brad Dingus. Coach, fireworks there at the beginning. It was like a prize fight here between you two. Body blows each side. You guys had a great 80-yard drive for a touchdown. What do you tell your team there at halftime?
We're just making way too many mistakes, mental mistakes. Haven't lined up right, and we got a lot of pre-snap penalties. We just got to clean that up and give ourselves a chance. If we continue to do that, it's going to be a long night for us.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck in the second half. Back up to you, Chris.
All right, Jack Withrow with head coach Brad Dingus of Spring Valley. He was not pleased, and his team trails 21-19 here at halftime. Coming up, it'll be the Parmar Stores halftime report. This is 580 WCHS, the voice of Charleston.
We know who we are, where we have been, and where we are going. Healthcare is ever-changing, and we are evolving to meet the future needs of our community. Thomas Health is honored to announce our affiliation with the WVU Health System. WVU Health System and its network of hospitals and physicians across West Virginia, Ohio, and Pennsylvania will allow Thomas Health to elevate and expand the current services we offer to this region. With broader access to specialists and subspecialists and the full support of the preeminent health system in our state, we look forward to being your first choice for medical care. Together, proudly serving our community and the state of West Virginia, today and tomorrow.
August 5th, 2013 was supposed to be the happiest day of my life. It turned into a nightmare. Harmony was too big for me to pass through my pelvis. They thought the best option was to put the vacuum on her.
She begged for a C-section over and over and over. They wanted to rush through it. Once Harmony came out, it probably wasn't 5 minutes. They rushed her to NIC unit, and then her head swelled the size of a watermelon. It pretty much crushed her whole skull. Ben Salingo was recommended to us by a family friend that he had represented.
Having Ben Salingo on our side changed everything for the better.
From day one, he did everything for us. He kept in touch with us pretty much on a daily basis to let us know what was going on and even just to check on us.
It gave us closure as a family, a peace, a calming feeling over us that she can rest in peace finally.
These are unlimited. Your new Kanawha County Public Library. Please visit us at our reimagined Capitol Street location. Come check us out.
Game tonight. Chris Lawrence here at Spring Valley as Hurricane leads Spring Valley at the half 21-19. Let's recap the first half scoring. It began with Hurricane taking the ball. Their first play from scrimmage nearly resulted in an interception. They went back and ran the same play again, and the result was far different.
For Noah Vellatami, snap back. Takes the hand off the riffle, goes to it again. Man is there this time. He gets into the hands of Tyshawn News, and he is off for the races. He's across the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Hurricane. 72 yards for Tyshawn News, and the pass from Noah Vellatami. And they went right back to the pass that had been broken up on the previous play. I'm pretty sure they ran the same play again that time, Tom. And Deuce got it in the open field, and there's nobody going to catch him.
Extra point was good. That made it 7-0 Hurricane. But on the ensuing kickoff, Spring Valley answered right back with Jalen Abercrombie.
And it looks like it's going to come down to Abercrombie at the 5. Across the 10, 15, up to the 20. Finds a crease, jumps it in. He's across the 30 into the open field. Look out, here he goes. Across the 50 goes Abercrombie, and they're not going to catch it. Jalen Abercrombie of Spring Valley is going to bring it all the way back to the score. So you want to score in 18 seconds? Let us show you how to score in 6.
95-yard return for Abercrombie, but the extra point was blocked, making it 7-6. On the ensuing series, Jeremiah Riffle ripped off a 50-yard touchdown run for Hurricane. Extra point was good there. They led it 14-6. Then Spring Valley went on a 14-play drive as the final 2 yards were picked up by Bruin Booth.
This drive has been productive. Hurricanes trying to bring it all for naught, but we'll see. Spring Valley out of the timeout. Regroups. Fouch goes under center. Strong right for Spring Valley. Handoff. Ball's on the ground. Fumble. Scramble for the ball. Who's got it? Nope. Looks like Spring Valley got it. He took it on into the end zone. Bruin Booth, I think he dropped the ball and it came right back up into his breadbasket there, and he was able to take it in for the touchdown.
Bruin Booth with the dribble drive there. They decided to go for 2 and try to get that extra point back, but that was broken up, so they trailed 14-12. Second period, Hurricane took it 6 plays and 32 yards. The final 15 coming from Elijah Rivera.
And everything was working for him. Flag on the play, that'll back him up. Ball now on the 15. Bellatandi hands it to Rivera again. Rivera trying on the right side. He's at the 10. He's at the 5. Touchdown, Elijah Rivera. 3, Elijah Rivera.
Extra point was good. That made it 21-12 Hurricane, but late in the game, Spring Valley got a punt, and they took 2 plays to go 72 yards. Big play from the quarterback to Kaishan Kesey.
Fouch calls for the ball. Takes the handoff. Rolling left this time. Throws across his body. He's got a man there. It's going to be picked in the air. And off to the races goes Spring Valley. It is complete. And that's going to be for Spring Valley. Camden Cassee. A 72-yard touchdown pass from Dalton Mount to Camden Cassee. Spring Valley draws within striking distance again.
They tried the extra point. They got a penalty from Hurricane, so they tried for 2 but couldn't get the people on the field and got their own penalty. Ended up trying to kick it, and that one was good. 21-19 is our score at the half. Coming up, we'll check scores from around the region in high school football. You're listening to the Par-Mar Stores Halftime Report on 580 WCHS, the voice of Charleston.
Trading in your business.
Injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Time for a Labor Day tent event.
This is our biggest event ever with the most cars and the most offers.
We've got 4 locations of inventory. Not only are we selling at our main lots, but we've got tents at the Kanawha Mall and the Old Sport Mart Plaza. Every test drive is a chance to win $1,000. Buy a car and get your choice of $1,000 cash, no payments until 2023, 250 gallons of gas, or take a bigger discount.
With the best trade-in figures powered by Kelley Blue Book Instant Cash Offer, you can get the best deals of the year.
Go to TopJ4.com and see for yourself.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment champion mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
I'm attorney Bobby Warner. Congress recently created a fund to compensate victims of Camp Lejeune who were exposed to toxic waters between 1953 and 1987. If you or a loved one were diagnosed with cancer or other health issues related to toxic water exposure at Camp Lejeune, call today for a free case evaluation.
Bobby Warner, now's the time. Call 345-6789.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
That's why the tint guy in night.
Score at the half. Hurricane leading Spring Valley 21-19. Before we check scores, let's go down on the field and catch a little bit of the action from that Spring Valley marching band that's performing down below.
Once again, let's give the marching Timberwolves and the middle school a great big round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to get your 50-50 raffle tickets out. I don't know what it is, but tonight I think we have set another record. Your share.
We know who we are, where we have been, and where we are going. Healthcare is ever-changing, and we are evolving to meet the future needs of our community. Thomas Health is honored to announce our affiliation with the WVU Health System. WVU Health System and its network of hospitals and physicians across West Virginia, Ohio, and Pennsylvania will allow Thomas Health to elevate and expand the current services we offer to this region. With broader access to specialists and subspecialists and the full support of the preeminent health system in our state, we look forward to being your first choice for medical care. Together, proudly serving our community and the state of West Virginia, today and tomorrow.
August 5th, 2013 was supposed to be the happiest day of my life. It turned into a nightmare. Harmony was too big for me to pass through my pelvis. They thought the best option was to put the vacuum on her.
She begged for a C-section over and over and over. They wanted to rush through it. Once Harmony came out, it probably wasn't 5 minutes. They rushed her to NIC unit, and then her head swelled the size of a watermelon. It pretty much crushed her whole skull. Ben Salingo was recommended to us by a family friend that he had represented.
Having Ben Salingo on our side changed everything for the better.
From day one, he did everything for us. He kept in touch with us pretty much on a daily basis to let us know what was going on and even just to check on us.
It gave us closure as a family, a peace, a calming feeling over us that she can rest in peace.
Spring Valley Hurricane leading 21-19. Jack Withrow has Donnie Mays down the field.
Coach, that first half we talked about up in the booth, this is like a prize fight between you two, and you knew that coming into tonight's game. What adjustments, what did you tell your team there at halftime?
Well, one, I would like to get on the ball quicker, and I feel like, we're standing over the football a little bit and not getting a snap. They're running a slow-paced offense and getting it snapped around 17, and we're snapping it at 22 or 23, and we're already on the ball. So there's no reason to stand over a football, and we're trying to go. And I think that's taken away from what we're trying to do a little bit. But at the same time, we've got to come out, and we've got to get our feet moving on the run game, and then we got to establish a run. I've talked about it all week. Run game's the most important thing. We got to get after it.
Good luck.
All right, thank you.
There he is, Donnie Mays, the head coach of Hurricane High School, along with our Jack Withrow, who's our third member of our broadcast team tonight. 21-19, Hurricane has the lead. And he's right, Tom. They play that style of up-tempo, move it, next play, and Spring Valley was able to regroup because they weren't doing that in the first half.
Yeah, thinking at halftime about how that played out, Hurricane gets the 2 touchdowns real quick in succession to start the game, and if not for a turnover deep in their own half, Spring Valley's defense bowed up after that and really put the clamps on them, really threw them off of their game, out of their groove, and you saw it as the production slowed down.
Here we go as we get ready to kick off the second half. On to kick for Hurricane will be Caleb Johnson. And deep to receive for Spring Valley. Ball's going to come down at the 5-yard line to Abercrombie. Up across the 15 to the 20, 25, and out of bounds. That's actually Logan Perry on the return. And Perry brings it up across the 30-yard line, and that's to the 32, and that is where Spring Valley will start this second half. They trail 21-19, and really the difference in this has been extra points. Special teams so important always. Spring Valley's got a kickoff return for a touchdown, and they have missed 2 of the 3 extra points. The first one was blocked. The second one they tried for 2, and it failed. The third one they did manage to kick it through. 1st and 10 for Spring Valley. Fouch goes under center this time. Hands it off to Booth. Booth shoves his way forward, drives it ahead for 5 yards. Check me on that. That was Shy, the ball carrier. The fullback position, they shifted into a full house backfield there. It'll be 2nd and 4, balls at the 36-yard line of Spring Valley. Chris Lawrence, Tom Bragg, and Jack Withrow down on the field. Keith Martin back at studio control producing for us tonight. Again, a tight formation for the Timberwolves. They hand it off again to Shy. Shy takes it for a first down carry up over the 40-yard line, and that's going to move the sticks as we are underway here in the second half with 11:13 on a winding third quarter clock. So it looks like Brad Dingus has decided to try something a little different here.
Yeah, Chris, and this is more of the, in air quotes, classic Spring Valley that we've been used to seeing over this run of success they've had the last few years. The not necessarily 3 yards in a cloud of dust, but 5 guys in the backfield, and good luck guessing which one's going to get it.
And all of them with the ability to mow you down. So again, the tight formation. Under center goes Dalton Fouch. Handoff, fakes it, keeps it himself. Fouch to the right side and cuts it back against the grain. He's got some running room. He's into the open field. He's across midfield. There goes Dalton Fouch to the 30, to the 20, and he's going to go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Dalton Fouch on the quarterback keeper, and he crossed up Hurricanes defense rapidly there.
A 39-yard run by the Spring Valley quarterback, and a great play call. It looked like he faked the handoff out of the snap, went right, slid back to the left through the line once he got through into that second level, and he had a lot of room to run over there on that far sideline.
He did. He got some space, and he showed some wheels there, and it took the Hurricane secondary a while to track him down. He got down to about the 23-yard line. That's where the ball is spotted. 1st and 10, Spring Valley, and they stick with the tight formation. Fouch hands it off to Shy. Shy's going to be hit, and they shove him backwards. Stop that time made by Hurricane. Credit Antonio LaRose on that stop.
I'm checking my math on that long run. 36-yard run for Fouch.
Pick up that time by Shy of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. We got 10:06 to go in the third period. Hurricanes got a 21-19 lead, but Spring Valley is trying to take the lead for the first time tonight on this first drive of the second half. Again under center. And he shifts Booth over to the right side. Here's Fouch. Takes it, pitches it this time to Shy. Shy goes to the right side, dragging tacklers with him. First down run by Cody Shy. And he's going to take the ball all the way down to the 11-yard line. Pick up that time by about 9 yards.
Inside the 12-yard line.
To 12.
Chris, we've talked tonight about not wanting to be on the tackling end of a Mondrell Dean run. I don't think I'd want to be on the bad end of a Cody Shy run either. That's a big boy, and he knows how to move it.
Indeed.
He's strong, too.
Indeed. So 1st and 10 for Spring Valley as they open up with a strong running game here. Under center goes Fouch. Handoff. That's Shy again. Shy dragging tacklers down inside the 5-yard line. Cody Shy Takes it all the way to the 5. That's a 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3 for Spring Valley.
The Wolves finding room to run through the middle here in the third quarter. Not a whole lot of room in the first half up the middle. They're finding some space up there now.
They're giving a healthy dose of Cody Shy. I don't think he had but about 2 carries in the first half. He's had just about every carry on this drive, save the quarterback keeper.
Yeah, 5 carries for him on this drive so far.
Here's Fouch under center. Snap. Hands it to Shy. Shy punches it into the end zone. Touchdown, Spring Valley. That was definitely the Cody Shy drive, and he finishes it off, and Spring Valley takes their first lead of the night over Hurricane, 25-21. And now let's see if Spring Valley will go for 2. They've got a 4-point lead. They'd like to extend that to a touchdown if possible. Hurricanes left their defense out there. That appears to be the case. Fouch goes under center for the 2-point conversion. Snap. Pitch to Shy. Shy hit this time and stopped short of the end zone. Did not make it. So 25-21, Spring Valley takes the lead with 8:28 to go in the third period. This is high school football on the voice of Charleston, 580 WCHS.
The Wolves den, where Spring Valley has taken its first lead of the game. 25-21, the Wolves lead Hurricane now, thanks to a 4-yard touchdown run by Cody Shy. Whole lot of Cody Shy on that drive, Chris. 34 of the 70 yards for Spring Valley on that. He had all but 1 carry on that drive. The other carry, the quarterback Fouch with the 36-yard run, was really the big play of the drive, but healthy doses of Cody Shy gets Spring Valley on top for the first time here.
Indeed. Kick is in the air. It's going to come down to Heath Montgomery at the 5. He's up across the 10, the 15, to the 20. Heath Montgomery to the 25, to the 30, and almost had some daylight there to break it, but could not. He's brought down and stopped, so Hurricane will start 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line, their first drive of the second half. Third member of our broadcast team is Jack Withrow, who's down on the field tonight, and I think they pretty much drew that up in halftime. They said, we're going to go back to basics here and establish this running game.
Yeah, you got to agree. Brad Dingus, he talked about reducing mistakes. There was no mistakes on that drive. All Cody Shy. They list him at 6 foot 220, and like you said, he came up big on that drive for the Timberwolves.
Indeed, it was classic Spring Valley drive. Here's the handoff to Hurricane. Shoving forward, that's going to be Riffle with the carry. Going to pick up about 4 as he pushes the ball ahead to the 35-yard line. You're going to give him credit for 5 on the play. And here comes Hurricane trying to play fast, pick up that tempo like Donnie Mays wanted. Fakes the handoff. Bellatami, screen pass right side. It is complete. Over on the far side to Heath Montgomery. That's going to be enough for a Hurricane first down. The Redskins quickly back up on the line. They want to snap that ball almost the moment that the whistle is blown. That's the way this is designed. Ball is at the 41-yard line. Bellatami takes the snap. Handoff. That's going to be Riffle. Riffle's going to shove it ahead across the 45 to about the 47-yard line. It's about a 4 or 5-yard pickup for Hurricane. 2nd and 5. Here comes Bellatami. Shotgun formation. Takes it. Handoff again to Riffle. Riffle breaks the right side. He's got a first down and more as he crosses into Spring Valley territory. Down past the 40 and out of bounds. At about the 37-yard line of Spring Valley, that will stop the clock. As they take it down to the 37, about a 20-yard pickup for Spring Valley, for Hurricane. They mark it at the 39. Handoff this time to Mondrell Dean. Dean's going to be hit and stopped immediately. And I tell you what, you don't generally just hit and stop Mondrell Dean immediately, but we've got to give credit where it's due that time defensively. Spring Valley, Shane Roberts, what a stop. He headed up Mondrell Dean and took him right down. 2nd and 10, no gain on the play. Bellatami calling for the ball, takes it, fakes the handoff, drops back, and he's going to be hit as he throws. Ball is picked off by Spring Valley over on the far sideline. Velatami was getting hit from behind as he released it, and coming up with the interception that time.
It was Logan Perry with the interception.
Okay, it was Perry. I saw Roberts come out of there. I was like, did he actually get the interception? No, it was Logan Perry who picked it off. And Hurricanes' first drive here in the second half has stopped, and suddenly Spring Valley has got it 1st and 10 at their own 45. 6:47 to go in the third period, and the Timberwolves own the lead here 25-21. So grave concern there for Donnie Mays as the way that drive ended. He's got to call on his defense here to step up. Spring Valley's going to stay with that tight formation. Under center goes Fouch. Handoff, Shy. He's going to be hit this time and driven backward. Mondrell Dean said that's enough of that. He hit Shy and knocked him for a 1-yard loss. I think he read that one, Tom.
Yeah, I think he had an idea maybe what was going to happen on that one. But Mondrell Dean, I mean, we talk about him all the time, Chris. He's just a fantastic football player. He showed you why on that play. Blew through that line and really took down a guy that's tough to take down.
Yeah, well, and actually he did get back to the line of scrimmage. I thought he lost a yard, but they did give him credit for getting to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 for Spring Valley. Here's Fouch. And it looks like they drew one of the Hurricane defenders offsides. Changed up his cadence that time. And that's going to be a 5-yard penalty. Marches the ball to midfield, and it'll be 2nd and 5 for Spring Valley. 6:02. We are in the third period. Spring Valley's got a 25-21 lead. They scored on their opening drive of the second half, and now, thanks to a turnover, are headed the other direction. Still that tight formation for Spring Valley. Fouch goes under center. Snap back, handoff. It's going to be Cody Shy again. He's going to drive it down to about the Hurricane 46, about a 4-yard pickup. It'll depend on the spot if he's going to get the first down, but a flag flies after the play is over. That may ensure the first down for sure. Let's see who it's on.
Yeah, that flag came in way late, so you figure it's
and
one of those type penalties that happens after the play and usually not very good.
No, and Spring Valley's indicating it's against Hurricane by their reaction. Conversations being held, and I believe he will have the first down even without the penalty, but the officials talk it over, and it's going to be the dead ball foul. We're still trying to figure out what the call is going to be. Here it is. Personal foul against Spring Valley. It's going to be the call. So it's against Spring Valley. So I think they got the first down, but then they're going to assess the penalty. If I'm right, Jack Withrow is the rules aficionado, but they're going to march it all the way back to their own 39-yard line. Did he get the first down?
I don't think so, and
Okay.
it's still it's still third down.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
they've got third down up on the
so he
marker
did not
there.
he did not get enough for the third down, and the 15-yard penalty pushes it all the way back. I thought he was going to be close, depending on the spot. So now it's going to be third down and right at 15 for Spring Valley after the penalty against the Timberwolves. Tight formation again. Fouch goes under center. Handoff again, this time to Booth. Booth goes to the right side, gets it back to the original line of scrimmage, the 45-yard line. And that's going to bring up fourth down. So, boy, you talk about a penalty that hurt. That personal foul against Spring Valley really hurt.
Yeah, Chris, they were rolling. It seemed like if they didn't have the first down on that play, they were awfully close. The penalty backs them up, and all that momentum just poof into the wind.
I wouldn't be shocked if they had measured that if they'd have had it, because it really looked where his foot was very close.
It looked very close where they had it marked there.
All right, so nevertheless, turn of events in Hurricanes' favor. Here's Spring Valley's punt. Kick is in the air. It's a high punt, but it's going to be short. Hit about the 35-yard line or so and go out of bounds. No return. They're actually going to mark it at the 34-yard line, 33-yard line. 1st and 10. Coming up at the end of the game, we'll name our West Virginia Air Guard player of the game. With the West Virginia Air National Guard, you've got an opportunity to learn real-world job skills and get paid for doing it. How'd you like to work on a $70 million aircraft? Right now, the Air Guard has openings in their aircraft maintenance career fields, from crew chief to propulsion to communications and more. Some career fields qualify for cash bonuses. Call the West Virginia Air Guard in Charleston at 304-341-6000. First and 10, Hurricane. They trail 25-21. 4:31 to go. Velatambi out of the shotgun. He's going to hand the ball off. Going to the left side. He's going to be Jeremiah Riffle. He's into the open field. Stiff arms a man and takes it up to about the 47-yard line. Nice stiff arm that time by Jeremiah Riffle. Pickup of 8 on the play. Kendon Cassie with the stop. And here comes Hurricane playing fast. Velatambi sets him down. Hands it off again to Riffle. Riffle's got a first down. He's up to midfield where he's finally brought down by Spring Valley. That'll move the sticks. First and 10 for the Redskins. 4:15 here in the third period. They trail Spring Valley 25-21. Ball is spotted actually at the Spring Valley 49, and it looks like one of the Timberwolves is down on the play. And I think that's going to be a cramp being suffered by Jason Townsend of Spring Valley.
And this is where you see that up-tempo of Donnie Mays' offense. It kind of wears on that defense slowly. And now they got some cramping issues.
Well, and that takes a little bit of the bite out of that
it does.
hurry-up offense when you got an injury that slows things down, because as you can see, Hurricane will get 7 or 8 yards, jump right back on it, and then they get 2 or 3 more, and then they'll get 5, and then they get 6. The next thing you know, they're down on your front porch knocking on the door, and you're trying to catch your breath.
Of course, I'm over here on the Hurricane sideline this half, and after every play, Donnie Mays is screaming, "Let's go."
Well, that's what he told you at halftime, was he wanted that up-tempo that he likes to play. He wanted that done. So they are attending to the injured Timberwolf on the field. Coming up at the conclusion of our game tonight, following our broadcast, we'll join Metro News Game Night with Fred Persinger and Dave Jacklin from Metro News Control up in Morgantown. They'll have scores and highlights from throughout the state of West Virginia, including highlights from this one. So Jason Townsend's up on his feet now, walking to the sideline. It'll be first and 10 for Hurricane. Balls at the Spring Valley 49-yard line. 4:10 to go in the third period. Spring Valley's got a 25-21 lead. Here come the Redskins. Velatambi has Riffle in the backfield with him. Snap, hand off to Riffle. Riffle right up the middle. He's into the open field. Look out, he's across the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown, Hurricane. Jeremiah Riffle with a 49-yard touchdown scamper. And the Redskins have retaken the lead.
Great play by Jeremiah Riffle. He had a 50-yard touchdown in the first half, 49 this time, right up the gut. The C's just opened up for him, and no one was stopping him. Great play by Hurricane.
And that right there shows you just how quickly that fast-tempo offense can wear down the defense, and that's exactly what happened there, even off the timeout. Johnson on to attempt the extra point. The Spring Valley is waving, trying to distract him. Don't think that's going to work. We await the snap. There it is, and the kick is in the air. And Caleb Johnson's kick is good with 3:50 to go in the third period. It's Hurricane 28, Spring Valley 25. We got a good one cooking here in Spring Valley. This is high school football on the voice of Charleston, 580 WCHS.
Welcome back to the Wolves' Den. Back and forth we go. Hurricane retakes the lead on a 49-yard touchdown run by Jeremiah Riffle. Redskins out front, 28-25. Quick strike Hurricane offense strikes again, Chris. 3 plays on that one to cover a little less than 70 yards.
Yeah, and we talked about this early on. It's kind of like a prize fight again. Everybody's trading body blows, and it'll be who's standing at the end. Here's Johnson on to kick the kickoff, and deep to receive for Spring Valley are Jalen Abercrombie and Logan Perry. Ball's going to come down to Perry. He's got it at the 9, across the 15, to the 20, up to the 24-yard line, and that's where he's going to be stopped on the return, and that'll be 1st and 10 for Spring Valley. Jack Withrow is the third member of our broadcast team down on the field, and I'd say that probably ignited that Hurricane sideline, that 49-yard scamper.
Yeah, the Redskins fans up on their feet. Donnie Mays wants that up-tempo. They got that little bit of a break there, but it didn't affect anything. That hole was huge in the middle for Riffle. Tom, I think you and I could have ran it up the middle for a touchdown that time.
Well, let's not go crazy. Okay. I noticed he didn't say that he thought I could. That kind of disappoints me. All right, 1st and 10 for Spring Valley. 24-yard line is the line of scrimmage. And back to the spread offense goes Spring Valley. There's the snap. But again, they stay on the ground. They hand it off to Booth, who drives ahead to the 30-yard line. Finally knocked down after a pickup of about 6 yards as he goes ahead to the 31. Picked up 7 on the play. It'll be 3rd and 3. Excuse me, 2nd and 3. And Spring Valley breaks the huddle. 3:16 on a winding third quarter clock. Dalton Fouch out of the shotgun. 3 receivers to his left this time. And he's got 1 man on his left. He hands it to him. He goes right up the middle. He's into the open field. He's got a 1st down and more. That's Logan Perry with a big gain. Up across midfield into the Hurricane 45-yard line.
About 24 yards on that one, Chris. Nice run. Nice answer here so far by Spring Valley. Hurricane gets a little bit of the momentum back. They get the lead back. Spring Valley doing Spring Valley things and matriculating the ball down the field.
Well, and they had started out the first couple of drives of the second half. They were keeping it in that tight formation and just ground and pound. This time they've spread it out, but they're still on the ground. So I think maybe they're trying to drive out the defense, and Hurricane's got a man down. That's going to be Heath Montgomery, who made the tackle, and he's down over on the far side as they are out on the field attending to him. As they attend to the injury, we'll take a break. It's Hurricane 28, Spring Valley 25 with 2:33 to go in the third period. This is high school football on the voice of Charleston, 580 WCHS. Heath Montgomery got up and walked up off the field under his own power. So it looks like he'll be okay. Ball is spotted at the Hurricane 45-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Timberwolves. As now they're rearranging, sending 3 receivers to the left side. Fouch out of the shotgun. Calls for the ball. Rolling to his right side. Looking downfield. Pressure comes. Throw is down, and it is nearly intercepted. What a play by Tyshawn Dews, the safety, rolling over to help out on the coverage. Ball was intended for Kyrell Lewis, but Fouch overthrew him, and man, Dews showing the wheels and laid out his body, just about dragged that one in.
Yeah, nice play by Dews, nearly able to make the interception. And Chris, if you'll notice something, Hurricane has moved Mondrell Dean back into the second level. He's playing at linebacker now, and you think maybe the success Spring Valley was having with Cody Shy on those short runs by the fullback, bringing Dean off the line, giving him some room to work there.
Indeed. Handoff up the middle. That's going to be Logan Perry. Perry's going to be hit and dragged down. On the stop that time was Jacob Ellis for Hurricane. He's had a good ball game as well.
We've called his name a lot tonight. A lot of these Hurricane defenders getting a lot of play tonight.
So he picks up about 4 on the play, brings up 3rd down and 6. For Spring Valley. 1:38 to go here in the third period. Spring Valley comes to the line with the spread formation again. Shotgun formation for Dalton Fouch. Takes it, drops back, looks, throws left side. It is complete. 1st down and more. As coming down with the catch that time. That was Tate Atkins. and it looked like the defender gambled and tried to break on the ball and missed it. And when he did that, it enabled Adkins to make the completion and take it down inside the 25 to the 22-yard line. 1st and 10, Spring Valley. That's one of those things. If you're that lockdown corner and you're going to come up here and try to make the interception, it's all or nothing, buddy.
Yeah, we've seen that a couple times from Hurricane tonight. Bit them early on the long touchdown play, able to keep them out of the end zone, but they get a new set of downs on it.
Here's Dalton Fouch with the spread, puts his 3 receivers to the right this time. Takes it, handoff, right up the middle, still running. That's Booth. Booth takes it inside the 20, and inside the 15-yard line goes Bruin Booth. 32 seconds, clock continues to wind. Pickup of 8. It'll be 2nd and 2 for Spring Valley. And the Timberwolves in no hurry here. Even though the clock's winding down and inside of 20 seconds in the 3rd period, they may just let it roll out and regroup. That's exactly what they're going to do, as they will not run another play. So, as we come to the end of period number 3, that was a fast-played 3rd quarter. We saw Spring Valley take the lead, and we saw Hurricane retake it. And we're going to have a wild 3rd quarter with Hurricane clinging to a 3-point lead and Spring Valley knocking on the door when we come back for the 4th quarter. This is high school football on the voice of Charleston, 580 WCHS.
Allie Bauer.
Lasting joint pain relief without surgery, without drugs, without downtime.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
It's time for a Labor Day Tents event.
This is our biggest event ever with the most cars and the most offers.
We've got 4 locations of inventory. Not only are we selling at our main lots, but we've got tents at the Kanawha Mall and the Old Sport Mart Plaza. Every test drive is a chance to win $1,000. Buy a car and get your choice of $1,000 cash, no payments until 2023, 250 gallons of gas, or take a bigger discount.
With the best trade-in figures powered by Kelley Blue Book Instant Cash Offer, you can get the best deals of the year.
Go to TopJ4.com and see for yourself.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
28-25 as we start the 4th quarter. Hurricane has a 3-point lead, but Spring Valley has it 2nd down and 2 at the 12-yard line. Snap. Keeper by the quarterback, Fouch. Fouch takes it inside the 10. He's going to be knocked down, but that's enough for the 1st down. Let's go down to the field. Jack Withrow's got an update on Heath Montgomery.
Yeah, Heath Montgomery just ran back out on the field. He had a little bit of shoulder, upper body issue there, but they say he's going to be fine, and now we see him back out on the field. So that's good for Hurricane. He's one of the leaders of this defense.
Indeed, and I'd say everybody's going to have a sore shoulder tomorrow. There's been some head knocking out there tonight. And Montgomery left the game after making a superb tackle downfield on the big man, Cody Shy. Spread offense now for Spring Valley. Fouch out of the shotgun. Got Perry to his left. Snap. Fakes the handoff. Keeps it. Fouch coming to the left side. He takes it inside the 10, down to the 5-yard line. Flag comes in at the end of the play. Mondrell Dean on the stop. Fouch kept the football, rolled to the left, and found a little bit of daylight, takes it down. They're going to mark him at the 4.
Just a hunch, but looked like maybe a helmet-to-helmet,
Yeah.
something like that. There was a big pop there. It looked like some helmets clashed.
Let's see what the call is. The official says it's a personal foul against Hurricane, and that is going to be the call. And that'll give them the 1st down. Half the distance to the goal will put the ball at about the 2-yard line. 1st and goal for Spring Valley. They trail by 3, 28-25 with 11:25 to go in this ball game. Hurricanes defense trying to rise up and get a stop here. Here come the Timberwolves. 1st and goal. Ball is at the 3-yard line. They bunch up in that tight formation. Under center goes Dalton Fouch. Fakes the hand. No, he gives the hand off to Cody Shy into the end zone. Touchdown, Spring Valley. Cody Shy had a mile-long hole on the right side to walk through into the end zone. And Spring Valley here in the 4th quarter retakes the lead over Hurricane, 31-28.
Nice drive by the Timberwolves there, Chris, to answer the Hurricane score to put the Wolves back into the lead. Been back and forth here in the second half. I know we've said it a bunch, but it's big fight feel, prize fight stuff going on. All of the metaphors for boxing tonight, but man, what a game we've had.
It sure lived up to the billing. Here's the extra point from Mosser. It's in the air. It is good. No, it's no good. They said it was wide to the left. So once again tonight, the bug bites Spring Valley on the extra points. 31-28, the Timberwolves lead it. 10:49 to go in the ball game. This is high school football on the voice of Charleston, 580 WCHS.
This is Steve DeWish, Republican candidate for Putnam County Commission. As a lifelong resident
We got Jack Withrow down on the sideline. Cody Shy caps a 9-play, 76-yard drive for Spring Valley. Timberwolves retake the lead on Hurricane, 31-28, 10:49 to play here in the fourth quarter.
Deep to receive, Tyshawn Dews and Heath Montgomery. Kicks in the air. It's going to come down to Montgomery at the 11. He's up over the 15, to the 20, up to the 25. Breaks it down. He's going to be hit right there. 25-yard line is where they're going to stop him, and that is where they will begin this drive. Down on the field, Jack Withrow, and I'm sure that Donnie Mays preached to his offense before they go out there. You got to put this thing in high gear.
Yep, he wants that high tempo back out there, and nice answer, like you said, Tom, by Spring Valley. Do we officially label this as a slobber knocker now?
Judging from some of the hits I've seen, we can call it that, that's for certain. Bellatombi lines him up 1st and 10, takes the snap, hands it off to Jeremiah Riffle. Riffle trying the left side, looking for the corner. He's got it. He's into the open field and up across the 35 to the 37-yard line goes Jeremiah Riffle. That's going to be a 13-yard gain on first down. 10:35 to go as he ran it out of bounds over on the far sideline. Actually, they're going to spot it at the 31-yard line. Here comes Riffle, first down. Handoff again to Riffle. Riffle goes to the left side. He's going to be hit over there and brought down on the far side. 2 carries by Riffle. Spring Valley's got an injured man who was trying to come off the field, and they told him to fall. They said, just go down so we can stop the action here because everybody needs a blow. That's Connor McCann, who was trying valiantly to make it to the sideline with a limp, and I think his coaches said, dude, just fall. we need a break anyway. We don't going to give him any tempo, so looks like he's got a cramp. They're out there attending to him.
Yeah, starting to get a little bit of that crisp, cool football weather feel, but it's also still pretty humid out here in West Virginia right now. You get into the fourth quarter of these games, and it's been such a back-and-forth, high-tempo game, particularly for Hurricane on offense. Not surprised to see some of these Spring Valley defenders starting to cramp up a little bit.
Yeah, and you know that this is driving Donnie Mays crazy because he even told us, he goes, we got to keep it going. When I was at their practice Thursday, they're doing it that way. They're just one play after another, snap, run up there, and he keeps them in pretty good shape that way. Haven't seen a whole lot of cramps on the Hurricane side because I think they hydrate them pretty well, and because they've got to keep that tempo.
Well, that's been a hallmark of Donnie Mays' offense going back to his days at South Charleston. Some of those great Black Eagle teams, they really like to move quick. Hurricane certainly the same way now.
2nd down and 6. They hand it off to Riffle. Riffle breaks the left side. He's across the line of scrimmage, pushes it ahead to close to the 44-yard line. Jeremiah Riffle. Looks like he's going to pick up about 4 on that one, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 3 for Hurricane. Back on the line of scrimmage. Ball is spotted. Here come the Redskins. They've got the play. Bellatombi calling for the football. And it looks like he gets Spring Valley to jump off sides. Let's see who gets called. Riffle snapped his hands, and indeed it drew Spring Valley's nose guard across the line of scrimmage, and that will be 5 free ones for Hurricane and a first down. Ball now up to the 49-yard line of the Redskins. They got it 1st and 10, 9:42 on a winding fourth quarter clock. Hurricane trails 31-28. Valatambi wants the ball. There it is. Handoff. Riffle looking for a hole. Nothing there. He does shove it ahead for a couple across midfield. Picks up about 2 on the play, but did not get the blocking that he wanted out front on that one. 2nd and 8. And they're back on the field. Twin receivers either way for Valatambi. Fakes the handoff to Riffle. Drops back. Now he's got pressure. Here it comes. Ball's loose on the field, and Hurricane alertly jumped on it, boy, but that was very, very close to being another turnover, and that would have been an absolute disaster. Coming up with the ball for the Redskins was Gavin Pipora, the guard. Valatambi got hit in the backfield, lost the football, and it rolled all the way out to where nobody was, and Pipora managed to get on it and save the bacon of the Redskins. But it does give them 3rd down and 15 now with 8:40 to go in the ball game. Valatambi, they'll scrimmage from their own 44-yard line. There's the snap. Valatambi drops back, pressure coming, he throws. Got a man there that's going to be complete to Riffle, but he's only going to pick up a couple. I don't even think he got a couple.
Yeah, maybe back to the line of scrimmage
there.
He
got about a yard. As they're going to mark it at the 45, and it'll be 4th down and 15, and now Hurricane is going to have to punt it. And Spring Valley's got to feel like at this point, the way they have been eating clock, that they are definitely in the catbird seat.
Well, we've seen Spring Valley roll off more than 8 minutes on a drive already tonight. If you're Hurricane, you have to punt it here, but if you're Spring Valley, you're thinking, well, we might not have to give the ball back to them if we can do what we like to do, what we're good at doing.
So here's Hurricane, and Ripito on to kick it. Here's the snap. He keeps it. It's going to be partially blocked, and that's going to give Spring Valley great field position. They just let it roll. It's going to roll down inside the 40 to the 37-yard line. And Spring Valley got pressure on him, got a hand on it. Tyrell Lewis was the one who got the block. It did continue to roll downfield, and it's going to be downed at the Spring Valley 39-yard line, 1st and 10. Spring Valley's got a 31-28 lead, 7:35 to go in the ball game. And I'm sure that Brad Dingus is saying, don't do anything in a big hurry here.
Yeah, not much sense of urgency from the Hurricane punter there, as it looked like he was taking his time with the Spring Valley punt block team bearing down on him, and they get a hand on it. Spring Valley in good shape right now with the lead and the ball.
Here's the handoff, left side. That's going to be Shy. Shy's going to take it ahead over the 45-yard line to the 36. That's going to be a pickup of about 7 yards. 2nd down and 3 for Spring Valley. Ripito's been doing that all game long. I think he deliberately delays that kick for 2 reasons. One, to see if there's some daylight that he might be able to take off, and another, to allow his coverage team to get further down. I think credit Spring Valley for noticing that. They brought pressure that time that they hadn't brought before, and one of them got a hand on the kick and didn't completely block it, but it definitely killed its momentum and gave them great field position. So 6:57 to go in the ball game, and everything is frozen up. The officials call a timeout, and they're going to have a conversation.
I think they're having an issue with the play clock.
Well, I looked, and both the play clock and the game clock were frozen.
So you can see a play clock at one end says 25, at the other end says 13. Something's off.
All right, now they've got them reset, but now this one's got 25, and that one's got 21, so it's a complete mess. So here we go. 6:56, the game clock is winding again, and it's 2nd and 3 for Spring Valley. Under center, handoff, Shy, pounds it to the middle, up across midfield, 1st down run for Spring Valley's Cody Shy as he takes it into Hurricane territory, and that's going to give the Wolves a fresh set of downs. And Brad Dingus is liking that, and it's going to force an official timeout. They did not. I thought Hurricane was going to call it, but they did not. It was an official timeout as they continue to have those issues with the clock. Now the one to our right is completely burned out. The one on the other end is stuck at 34. And there's a conversation going on among the officials about what they're going to do about it. And it would appear that Spring Valley's Spring Valley's Sam Booth, who's the guard, is giving them some instructions. So apparently, they're going to have no choice but to keep the game clock on the field.
I'll just give it the old Fonzie, and maybe one thing will get rolling again.
Boy, you just dated yourself with that reference. Now I think Spring Valley is wanting some explanation as to how this is going to work. How are they going to tell? Because they're wanting to obviously know what the play clock is. They want to milk as much of it as they can.
I see athletic director down here, Tim George, speeding around on a gator trying to reset these play clocks.
Well, they're both reset now, but for the moment, it's going to be kept on the field. So it will be incumbent on Dalton Fouch to keep an eye on the official. He goes under center, handoff, right side. That's going to be Shy. Cody Shy again to the right side. Boy, what a factor he has been here in the second half. He's going to pick up 4 on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 6, but more importantly, he keeps that clock winding. Spring Valley with a 31-28 lead, 5:58 on a winding fourth quarter clock. And the Redskins desperately need either a stop or a turnover.
Now, Hurricane in trouble here. Spring Valley grinding the clock away. They've got the ball. They've got the lead. Hurricane in a bad spot right now.
Under center goes Fouch. Takes it. Handoff left side again to Shy. Shy is going to be hit. He's going to be stopped short of the first down. Drives it ahead to the Hurricane 40-yard line. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and about 2. Pickup of about 4 on the play for Cody Shy, who stands 6'2", 220, and he's the guy that they hand it to when they would just want to grind it. And he has been a factor here in the second half. Spring Valley sort of changed up the attack and went with the ball control offense and managed to really move on this Hurricane defense. 31-28. Spring Valley's got the lead and the ball. 3rd and 2. Big play here. Under center goes Fouch. Full house backfield. Hands it to Booth. He's going to be hit and stopped short. He did not get there. Credit the tackle to Khalil Ramey, first man that got to him and stopped him shy of the line of scrimmage. No gain. He did get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's going to bring up 4th down and 2. So now, big play here.
Yeah, big decision for Brad Dingus. I think he's probably going to go for it if I know Brad Dingus football over the years. But this is a big play, big moment in this game, Chris. If Spring Valley can get this, keep the ball, keep clock on their side, it might be the ball game. Hurricane, chance to get it back here, though.
Ball game right here. Fouch goes under center. Hurricane's got to stay on sides. They're trying to draw him off. Hurricane does not bite. And Spring Valley wants a timeout. So timeout on the field, 4:09 to go in the game. Spring Valley with a 31-28 lead over Hurricane, but facing a 4th and short. You're listening to high school football on the voice of Charleston, 580 WCHS. Dalton Fouch goes under center, full house backfield. Takes it, pitches it. Cody Shy, left side. He's hit. He's going to be very close. Did he get there? Spring Valley thinks he did. Hurricane believes he didn't.
Yeah, going to be
It'll
very
be
dependent
close
on the spot here. He's very close. Depends on where they put that ball. But, man, gutsy call by Spring Valley. They go with Cody Shy, the horse they have ridden this half. That was his 14th carry of the half.
And unfortunately, Shy has not gotten up at this point. So now they're attending to Shy, but once they get him off the field, they're probably going to have to measure this. It will depend heavily on the spot. He came to the near sideline. Hurricane flooded the zone. He fought his way through 2 tacklers and was finally stopped short of the marker, at least Hurricane thinks so.
They're going to measure this but they're going to wait till the injured player gets up off of the
Yeah, they're going to have to because they'd have to drag the chains across him.
Yep.
So as they attend to Shy, who has really had a big second half here, they're going to have to measure it and see what the spot is. They announced during the timeout the fact that Martinsburg has been beaten tonight by Highland Springs, Virginia. And what was that final score? Was it 31-3?
I think it was 35-3, maybe. You don't see that happen to Martinsburg a whole lot.
I don't remember in history of Martinsburg being beaten like that.
It comes with the caveat, though, Highland Springs, one of the best schools in the big school classification in Virginia, so.
Yeah.
But still.
34-3 was the final.
You don't see that happen to Martinsburg ever, really.
Not at all. All right, Cody Shy is up. No, excuse me, that's Bruin Booth, who is coming forward, and he was actually the one who carried the football. So Booth is off the field, and now they're going to have to come over and check the measurement. And this is a big measurement. Jack, you probably got a better look at it down there than I do. I am shielded by the entire Spring Valley line and the officials.
It is going to be close.
He needed 2 yards. Did he get them? They stretched the chain. The crowd will probably let you know. The stretch.
He didn't get it. 6 inches.
And that's the Hurricane Redskins you hear excited across the way as they breathe new life. So with 4:03 to go in the ball game, Spring Valley fails to convert on the 4th down. It'll be Hurricane football at their own 39-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Redskins. They trail by 3. And they've got just a little over 4 minutes left in the ball game to score. And this will be quite a drive. Here comes Noah Velatabi. He brings his offense onto the field. He sends 2 receivers to the left. That's Tyshawn Dews over on the left. And Montgomery split to the right. Shotgun for Velatabi. Calls for the ball. Hands it to Riffle. Riffle up the middle. Takes it ahead for about 5 yards. Jeremiah Riffle with a carry. Over the 40, up to about the 42-yard line goes Riffle. They're going to give him credit for 4. 2nd down and 6 coming. Riffle is in the backfield next to Velatabi, who calls for the ball. Takes it, drops back, screen pass over to the far sideline. It is complete. Into the open field. And a 1st down running up across midfield and down to the 35-yard line goes Bryson Morrell for Hurricane.
Nice play call by Donnie Mays there. Found the man open in space on the screen pass. Good blocking by the receivers out there on the edge. Big play for the Redskins.
Morrell takes it down to the Spring Valley 36-yard line. Velatabi sets him down quickly. Hands it to Riffle. Riffle's got running room off the left side. He's got a 1st down or close to it as he takes it down inside the 30 to about the 36-yard line. I think he's going to be short by about a yard of the 1st down. 3:05 to go here in the 4th quarter. Spring Valley has a 3-point lead. Here's Velatabi. Takes it. Hands it to Riffle. Riffle shoves his way to the left side, and I'm not sure if he got the 1st down or not. It'll depend on the spot. Clock continues to wind at 2:47. Hurricanes now in that point now where you want to land the plane with it running out of gas as well. You want to score, but you don't want to give Spring Valley a lot of extra time. It was Shy. He only got 1. 3rd down and 1 now for Hurricane. Velatabi now has Mondrell Dean beside him in the backfield. Calls for the ball. Hands it to Dean. Dean, he's got the 1st down and more as he takes it down inside the 20 to the 15-yard line. Across the way, you can hear the Hurricane crowd. They are into this. As Mondrell Dean just got him a fresh set of downs. Ball spotted at the 20, spotted at the 17-yard line. 1st and 10. Velatabi has Dean to his left, and he's got twin receivers to the left. Snap. No, ball's on the ground, nearly recovered by Spring Valley. Bad snap, I believe. And there's going to be a flag on the play. They're going to call a illegal procedure against Hurricane. I think there was a false start there, but they snapped the ball, and Spring Valley's down lineman came shooting through there and almost got a hold of it, but it was blown dead anyway. So a 5-yard penalty against the Redskins, 2:05 to go. They are driving. Ball's going to be placed on the...
I think it might be about the 22. They mark it off.
Well, actually, they're marking it at the 16, but I don't think they've marked off the penalty yet. And that's what one of the Spring Valley players is pointing out to them. So now they need a football. Now they've got one. And they're going to mark off the penalty. So, yeah, they're going to mark it back. 5-yard penalty takes it back to the 22-yard line. And that's going to be 1st and 15 for Hurricanes. Spring Valley's home crowd trying to rally the defense. Handoff to Dean. Dean breaks 2 tackles, shoves it ahead, takes it down to the 15-yard line. Mondrell Dean with the carry for Hurricane.
Number 4, Montrell Dean, the ball carrier.
Minute 43 on a winding fourth quarter clock. 3rd down and 9 for Hurricane. Velatombi sets him down. Shotgun formation. They trail by 3. Snap. Rolling around. He has to fall on it. He recovers it, but they're going to lose about 5 yards back to the 24-yard line. And now, with a minute 28 to go, Hurricane's going to need a timeout. And they're going to take it. So timeout on the field. Let's reset where we are here. Spring Valley has a 31-28 lead. Minute 28 to go in the ball game. The Redskins have the football, but when they come back, it's going to be 3rd down and about 15.
Yep.
We'll keep it right here.
Huge moment in this game coming up.
Down on the field, Jack Withrow is on that Hurricane sideline, and I got to believe they're dialing up something here.
Yeah, you got to think there may be a play-action fake and looking for somebody over in the flat or maybe a screen to one of the wide receivers.
Well, they've definitely struggled to keep their hands on the football the last 2 plays. So it's 3rd and 15 for Hurricane. More importantly, a minute 28 to go. And now both crowds are on their feet. Big play here in the ball game. Somebody in front of me literally just tossed a baby in the air. Here we go. 3rd down and 15. Velatombi takes the ball, drops back, looks across the middle, throws it. Incomplete, picked off by Spring Valley. An interception by Bruin Booth. And Spring Valley is going to win this football game on a defensive play. Nice job by Booth, who came across the middle. Ball was intended for Mondrell Dean. He was sort of turned around and it was thrown behind his back a little bit, and he was trying to get to it. Booth broke on the ball and picked it off and rolled up right at the 12-yard line.
Yeah, not a great throw from Velatombi there. He kind of stared the receiver down as Dean burst through the line out of the backfield, and Bruin Booth, good recognition, good ability to jump in front of that one and quite possibly seal the win, barring something crazy here for Spring Valley. In the
minute 24 to go. They hand it off to Cody Shy. Shy's going to pound it forward for a couple. That'll force Hurricane to take another timeout.
Number 32, Cody Shy, the ball carrier.
So Hurricane takes a timeout, and it'll force 2nd down. About 7. Hurricane's got 2 left. I guess after that they've got 1 left. But what a play by Spring Valley when you needed a play most. Bruin Booth came across there and made the interception. It looked like it was going to be incomplete, but he literally came out of nowhere and caught that thing off the top of the grass, man. Great catch by Bruin Booth. And the interception was complete. And now it's 3rd down, or excuse me. I can't read that. Second down. 2nd down and 7. Ball's going to be at the 16-yard line of Spring Valley, but that doesn't really matter a lot. They just need to run the clock. Hurricanes got 1 timeout left. They trail 31-28.
Booth has done a little bit of everything for the Wolves here tonight. Scored a touchdown early, gets the interception late. What a game from him.
So Booth and Shy remain in the backfield. And Fouch is going to go under center. Sends a man in motion. Takes it, hands it off, this time to Booth. Booth over the left side, shoves his way forward. He's got the 1st down and more, and that should just about do it right there. Bruin Booth with the first down carry takes it ahead to the 32-yard line, and Spring Valley is going to salt this one away. Hard-fought ball game, but it came down to a stop at the end. Spring Valley needed a defensive play, and they got it with the interception with 1:28 to go. And Hurricane is not going to take their final timeout. Inside of a minute now, 56 seconds to go.
Bruin Booth came off the field just now. He is exhausted.
Indeed. Under center goes Fouch. And flags fly everywhere. I think he was planning to kneel on it, but I think everybody took off before he got it.
Timberwolves backs him up 5 yards.
It might be a little bit hard to hear, as you can tell. Spring Valley's home side is pretty excited. And as you might imagine, a lot of dejection on that Hurricane sideline. 5-yard penalty, 40 seconds to go in the ball game. Spring Valley will probably go into the victory formation here as they lead it 31-28. So a turnover late haunts the Redskins. There's the snap. Kneels on the ball, and flags fly as
takes the knee.
a lot of activity occurred on that play that really didn't need to. So
No,
37 seconds to go here, and I think somebody's going to get flagged for personal foul.
Yeah, getting a little chippy here. I hate to see it after such a good game from both teams, but
yeah, there was no need for that. I mean, he was obviously going to kneel on it. You don't need to go back there and hit him. That's not how you play the game.
Personal foul against the Redskins.
And Cody Shy comes off the field to a big ovation. Man, did he come alive in the second half for Spring Valley. He literally carried the first drive for them, all but one carry, and he scored the touchdown. And that was their first go-ahead touchdown. Seesaw battle here in the second half. That penalty is going to take the ball up to the 37-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, and they're telling them to roll the clock. And there it goes. So Spring Valley will not have to run another play. Play clock says 35 seconds, and that's going to do it. Ball game.
A big round of applause.
What a game here at the Wolves' Den as Spring Valley comes from behind and beats Hurricane. It was an intercepted pass in the fourth quarter by Bruin Booth of the Timberwolves to seal the victory. Your final score as the final seconds roll off the clock. Spring Valley 31, Hurricane 28. The Comax postgame show is next on 580 WCHS, the voice of Charleston.
For a great football Friday night.
My name is Christine Gross, Senior Consultant with WVRC Media and Metro News. I've been working with Bob Maxwell and his team.
Injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Time for a Labor Day tent event.
This is our biggest event ever with the most cars and the most offers.
We've got 4 locations of inventory. Not only are we selling at our main lots, but we've got tents at the Kanawha Mall and the Old Sport Mart Plaza. Every test drive is a chance to win $1,000. Buy a car and get your choice of $1,000 cash, no payments until 2023, 250 gallons of gas, or take a bigger discount.
With the best trade-in figures powered by Kelley Blue Book Instant Cash Offer, you can get the best deals of the year.
Go to TopJ4.com and see for yourself.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment champion mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the
Volunteer or make a donation. Please visit the website at Denise.
Spring Valley pulls it out late here. Let's go down to the field. Jack Withrow is caught up with Coach Brad Dingus.
Coach Dingus, we talked about this being a prize fight at halftime. You said going in you're going to clean up some mistakes. You came out a big drive. Cody Shy, a lot of attempts on that. He finished it off with a touchdown. And talk about Bruin Booth there at the end, coming up big with that interception.
That was a big play for us, but our kids showed a lot of grit. We come out, we decided to play some big boy football and kind of run it right at them. I thought we were controlling the line of scrimmage. And, we made the plays when we had to and, come away with a good one. Yep.
Again, talk about these guys. You talked about, coming out and playing big boy football. That's been Spring Valley that we know of.
Yeah, it's we kind of went back to our roots there a little bit. We was able to throw the ball a little bit, but it all starts at the line of scrimmage, and I thought we won the battle there, especially on the offensive side of the ball.
Congratulations, Coach.
All right, thank you very much.
There he is, Brad Dingus with our Jack Withrow. Nice job down there tonight. Jack on the field for us this evening. The Victoria's head coach, Brad Dingus. 31-28, your final score. We got to take our final break. We'll be back in just a moment. We'll name our West Virginia Air Guard player of the game and relive the play of the game here on 580 WCHS, the voice of Charleston.
Need a new copier for your
We know who we are, where we have been, and where we are going. Healthcare is ever-changing, and we are evolving to meet the future needs of our community. Thomas Health is honored to announce our affiliation with the WVU Health System. WVU Health System and its network of hospitals and physicians across West Virginia, Ohio, and Pennsylvania will allow Thomas Health to elevate and expand the current services we offer to this region. With broader access to specialists and subspecialists and the full support of the preeminent health system in our state, we look forward to being your first choice.
With the interception that sealed the ball game for Spring Valley on the night. And if you wondered why I originally called it an incomplete pass, he literally scooped it off the ground. I mean, it looked like it was going to fall incomplete. He came out of nowhere and picked that ball out of the air. So that is our play of the game, brought to you by The Bucket. After the game, take your team to The Bucket, where you always win with the best wings, burgers, and more. The Bucket. You're going to love that place. Well, it's time to name our West Virginia Air Guard player of the game. I don't think there's any question, Tom Bragg, that that's got to go to Bruin Booth of Spring Valley.
Yeah, absolutely. There were lots of good performances tonight, but Bruin Booth, 15 carries, 85 yards. He scored the touchdown early to cap off a drive, interception to seal it at the end.
We'll check his stats in a moment, but Jack Withrow's got him down on the field. Go ahead, Jack.
Bruin, big-time game. Like Coach said, winners come up big at the end. You did with that interception. Take us through that last play there.
I was barely standing. I was just hoping we could get through the game. I saw him come up the middle, and there was nobody with him. I figured I had to come across and try and make the play in the game.
Coach, you always hear it from coaches, leave it all on the field. That time you came off the field, you looked exhausted.
I was exhausted. Beat the crap, but I pushed through it. Friends helped me through.
Well, congratulations, Booth.
Thank you.
All right, back up to you, Chris.
Bruin Booth, our West Virginia Air Guard player of the game. Run his stats down there for us real quick, Tom.
15 carries on the night, 85 yards. He scored a touchdown early to cap off a long scoring drive and the interception at the end to seal it. Fantastic game from Bruin Booth tonight.
That's all you got to do to be our West Virginia Air Guard player of the game. Earn while you learn with the West Virginia Air Guard in Charleston. Right now, as a member of the West Virginia Air National Guard, you could earn money for college, including 100% paid tuition to public colleges and universities, up through a master's degree. You'll learn skills that will help you find a great job in the civilian world, and they'll pay you for all of it. Proudly serve your state and your nation part-time while working on attending college full-time. The West Virginia Air Guard in Charleston. Call 6,000. Congratulations to Bruin Booth, our player of the game, and also to the Spring Valley Timberwolves as they win it tonight by a score of 31-28. Spring Valley now with a record of 3-0. And they go to Riverside next week. Hurricane falls to 3-1. They've got St. Albans next week. So there you go. It was a great ball game. It lived up to the billing, Tom.
Oh, absolutely. We made the boxing metaphors all night long, but it's because it was absolutely true. This was back and forth. This had that big fight feel. And I got a feeling this might not be the last time these two teams see each other this year. It had a playoff atmosphere to it going into it. It had a playoff feel on the field. I know we're still in September, but it's hard not to look ahead with two teams this good when they play this well.
It's a lot of fun when you got two teams that are well matched, and these two were tonight. So that's going to wrap up our broadcast here tonight, and many thanks to Tom Bragg and to Jack Withrow and our producer Keith Martin back at Studio Control. We got game night coming up next. Again, the final score: Spring Valley wins it over Hurricane tonight, 31-28. I'm Chris Lawrence. Have a good night, everybody.